Okay, and we are live with Div 4 lower bracket between Pandamonium and RD2L premiered by Econ Harmony, the number one dating site for economists. I'm joined by my RD2L and Masters teammate Hawks, bringing you this very high level Dota game on a Friday night.
I'll have all the insight from the low MMR pubs.
It's fine, you can just act casual or just casting it for fun. It's not like a serious thing. Leave that to Apon. As we see Centaur OD bans from the Radiant, very sad. And we see Nyx Jug bans from the Dire, first pick Shadow Shaman, followed by an instant Clockwork pick. Like, they had the cursor on Clockwork before they even picked Shadow Shaman, I'm sure.
Yeah, it's a pretty decent counter too. Because Shaman basically can't do anything with a Clockwork in the fight. I mean, I think Shaman is just a stronger hero right now than Clockwork.
I think a lot of it just depends on the type of lineups you're running. I think Clockwork is a lot easier of a hero to play around. But Shaman has like a higher ceiling, I think, overall.
Yeah.
So they go with the Bat Rider. Could be a 3, could be a mid. I don't think it's a 5 here.
Yeah, I think in terms of openers, I like the Shaman opener a little better. Brings you a lot of stun, some push, a lot of tower damage, some team fight.
Let me pull up the Dota buffs real quick. See an Oracle coming out. Solid Bat Rider counter. Can always just use the False Promise, purge off that lasso. And also really good against Shadow Shaman too, just that single target disable. Very solid.
Yeah, I feel like that's one of Mathematician's more played heroes.
Yeah, definitely.
Because unlike me, he actually plays Oracle.
So it's pretty normal just having both supports in the first phase. I'm not a fan of, if you have the 8 pick, I don't really like picking both supports. Just because you have the instant 3 bans, like they could have picked one of Harbinger's really strong heroes, because you already see the Bat Rider, but choosing to instead go for the Oracle, probably their support duo. On Dire, Shaman's at least going to be a support, and then we'll see about Bat Rider, whether he's a 2 or a 3 or maybe even a 4 here. So we see Storm, Monkey, Troll bans, so a carry, or 2 carries in a mid. We see PL, Slark, Alchemist bans, so lots of carries being banned out right now.
Yeah, I think I wouldn't have minded seeing like a Legion pickup instead of the Oracle. Though I guess at that point you're showing your entire offlane, so...
Yeah, a Legion or a Mars, because they didn't ban either, and I know So Fashion, those are like his 2 main heroes in the offlane. I feel like for Radiant, Wraith King could be very good against the single target disable. Like you kill him once, and as long as he's not in the middle of the fountain, he should be able to get a lot from that. But they could also try to pick some sort of... Or they could just pick either offlane hero here for the LC. Like, if they just go LC, I don't really see what Dire does. I think it's a lot stronger than Mars here. But they go for the Beastmaster. I think Shaman is really bad against Beastmaster, like, in lane, just because of how slow Shaman is automatically. But if Shaman's a 4 and can avoid that lane, I think it's fine.
Yeah, I think you would take either like a Witch Doctor or a CM. CM's pretty good, especially if you have like a... with the Bat Rider just for the mana regen for Napalm's spam. Hard into the Clockwork though.
I think Lich is very good for Dire if they want to run the Shaman as a 4. I think Lich is good against Clockwork lanes and good against Beastmaster harass.
Yeah. As a Shaman spammer, I think the hero is a 4. I think it can be played as a 3. Sorry, I think it can be played as a 5, and I play it as a 5, but I think it's better as a 4.
I think the only way you can really play it as a 5 in this sort of meta is if you have these heroes that have a lot of like instant kill potential, like the Juggernauts, or they go with the Rubik, so that's at least a Batrider core and a Shaman 5, and they just go instantly with the Anti-Mage. So not going for the Wraith King, going instead in a different direction. Anti-Mage doesn't really care about these heroes, and they just go instantly with the Visage, so I'm thinking 3 Batrider mid-Visage here, but I'm already heavily favoring this Radiant lineup. I'm not necessarily sure what this Dire lineup is. Like, they have a lot of single target, like, ganking potential and a lot of, like, single target disable, but I'm not really seeing who's doing the damage to this Anti-Mage here.
I think Visage with a Solar Crest can kill him in the duration of like a Shackle or
I mean, I
maybe a
know,
Lasso plus stuns.
like, Dire has a lot of, like, early timing with Visage Shaman. You can kind of just get this early push before Anti-Mage comes online. And Radiant really doesn't have a ton of D-push for it. Like, they have axes, they have, like, the cog blocking. But, I mean, outside of that, it might just be Anti-Mage cutting waves, so... Still a bit of a weird situation from Dire, kind of going all in with the Visage pick, but...
Yeah. One thing I don't see from Radiant at all is D-push.
Yeah, it's like they have the axes and they have the cog blocks and that's it.
Or Rocket Flare. But
I mean, a
like,
max Rocket Flare eventually.
but I think like if Dire just groups up and pushes towers, they're not going to be able to really stop it or slow it down much. Like Anti-Mage can definitely cut waves, but they have no way of like actually defending the tower.
Yeah, I think for Radiant, I think a Lina pick would be very good if it's a good Lina game. Let me see what Snowstorm plays. I don't think Quap is good here. I think Viper could be okay. I think it's good against a lot of Dire's heroes. Doesn't really die to anybody. Storm, kind of a hard game. If he gets caught, he just dies. Ember
Yeah,
Spirit, kind of the same deal. I think our Storm's already banned, but I think Viper or Lina would be really good for Radiant here.
I think they have too much single target for any of the spirits.
Yeah.
Lina has a rough game because Bat is just going to jump her every single fight.
Yes, but I think Lina... I mean, if she's quick enough, you can get the Yules off, especially if Batrider doesn't blink on top of you, which sometimes he just doesn't. I think Lina can maybe build though. I'm just trying to think of, like, D-push heroes.
Yeah.
Because hopefully, Lina, like, ideally, you get... Okay, so they banned the Viper. Ideally, you can start the fight with, like, this Clock Beastmaster type of heroes, so... For Lina doesn't have to be that sort of hero that gets gone on.
Honestly, I'd be a bigger fan of a mid Zeus instead of a Lina.
I mean, Zeus could also work here. It's good with, like, the global potential with the Beastmaster as well.
Beastmaster Clockwork.
I just think
like,
that
Clockwork
Zeus might
has
get...
pretty good synergy.
Not pushed down by Visage, but I don't know. I think Lina's, like, right-click potential might be a little bit stronger here, personally, but I think Zeus is a strong hero as well. But for Dire, they need a carry. Drow's banned out here. I don't think Wraith King's good here. Don't think... Let's see, what does Lone Wolf play? I don't
Just
think...
all in with the Lycan.
Don't think Arc Warden's good here. They banned Slark themselves. Terrorblade, it's a really... It's not that bad of a Terrorblade game, honestly, if they can farm. So they go with the Ursa. I mean, it's a bit...
So I think they have a lot of kill potential on the Clockwork early with the Ursa. They do not have as much kill potential on the Beastmaster because Clock just has to battery assault the Shaman to break shackles. not the biggest fan of the Ursa pick here. It can man fight pretty much anyone, which is nice, but I don't know how well it matches up against Anti-Mage's game plan.
I mean, this has to be like a Battle Fury Ursa, right? I would have actually maybe like the Battle Fury type of Riki this game to hunt the Anti-Mage, because you can kill Anti-Mage in Smoke Cloud and force him to buy BKB, but Ursa I'm not really a fan of here, and they go for the Puck instead, so I don't really like the Puck pick that much personally, because if the Puck gets caught, the Puck is just going to die, but just don't get caught. Easy.
Yeah, I think the Riki would have been a much stronger choice, because then you need either Riki or Visage to kill Anti-Mage. Now I think you need...
Well, and it also discourages the Puck pick as well, because Puck doesn't buy really any items to get out of Smoke Cloud.
Yeah.
I don't know, I just think Smoke Cloud is just very, very strong. Like, it doesn't slow anymore, but it has a lot of... Like, it's huge, and the mischance is insane as well.
Yeah, plus now with Orb of Corrosion, you don't really need the slow. You just drop Smoke Cloud and then jump them, and they're slowed anyway. But the Puck does give them some AoE lockdown, which is nice. T-push. Some team fight. And then you also have potential synergy with Clockwork, pushback cogs, and using that to break.
Yeah, or even like the Roar, because the units around the Roar get pushed back.
Yeah, I don't think we're going to see that because this is Div 4, but...
Hey, it could accidentally happen.
I was going to say, yeah, but it is possible.
Okay, which team do you want to introduce?
All right, I can do Radiant. So we have So Fashion on the Beastmaster, Clockwork already running far ahead, played by Mappo, Mid Puck by Snowstorm. Math is going to be playing the Oracle, and Harbinger on the Anti-Mage.
It's actually a master tier Clockwork, by the way. That's probably why they instantly picked it. This guy's got all the gear. On Dire, we have Econ on the Batrider, named just Dire. Going for interestingly enough, like the start of a Null Talisman. Have Reggie LA on the Visage, going for double Null start for him as well. Building into, we have Broken on the Rubik, Pause 4, Lone Wolf on the Position 1 Ursa, and Night Fox on the Pause 5 Shadow Shaman. I think Shadow Shaman Ursa is actually a decent kill lane early on. It's just kind of...
Yeah. But they need to go...
It's just rough against a Clockwork because you can almost always just interrupt it. But we do see the double boar. The Shadow Shaman might just die here if he gets too far up.
Yeah, he's...
I don't think he's dead just because he has so much health, but... Okay, if he goes that way, he might.
Yeah, he's dead.
I think he could have lived. He has boots. I don't think he would have died to just the batter result. He has boots and 660 health.
Yeah, I mean, if he kept running, he was fine, but once he turned around, it was...
Yeah, I don't know, because, like, Ursa also took Earthshock level 1, so they definitely can't kill either of these Radiant heroes. They also TP'd to the outpost.
Shaman TP'd to the outpost, so Ursa could have the not lengthened TP to the tier 1.
I mean, I guess. I don't know why Ursa just didn't run to the tier 1 in the first place. The Beastmaster level 1 Borscht, though, is 10%. Like, that's not... Like, I know it stacks with the double wars, but... I don't know. I think level 1 Beastmaster boards are very overrated.
Yeah, stacks to 19%.
Like, this Shaman, if he had more mana regen, could just Ether Shock the boar and Ursa could like clap on it and it would almost just instantly die, but
Yeah. So here we see the classic Clockwork run at the 5 and the 5 just not really helping in the lane at all. Which, if Ursa had Fury swipes, this lane would be going a hell of a lot better for him. Because
I
then
think he
Beastmaster
got
wouldn't really be able to get close at all.
I think he got the level 1 just to try to slow down or try to turn, but
Yeah.
looking mid, pretty much even on. Visage getting a couple more denies, bottom lane. Should just be pretty solid for anti-mage. Rubik kind of just giving him the right clicks, but
What is Oracle doing? Oh, stacking the easy camp.
I mean, he got it. If you're Batrider, you can just farm that later on if you want, though. So you see Visage probably going for this double null talisman, maybe? Not really a fan
Yeah.
of double null instead of like an earlier medallion or whatever, but
I mean, the regen and the amp are nice, but I don't play Visage, so I don't know what items are good on him.
usually you want
armor is
usually you want some sort of medallion. Even just like the early Blightstone helps out a lot with these last hits.
yeah.
Either way, he and Puck are pretty much out of regen. Puck bottle very soon, just rushing it. No big deal. His Beastmaster top is... Alright, Clockwork's blowing the wave, but so far he does not have a lot of last hits on this Beastmaster. But should be changing fairly soon. Clockwork almost going for this courier, choosing not to. Shaman just pulling the wave. It's interesting enough, this Beastmaster Clockwork hasn't really punished this Shaman past level 1. Like, the Shaman had boots first and still died for first blood, so they should have just been able to abuse the fact that Shaman doesn't really have any regen, but... Either way...
next level. Ursa dodge.
Batrider going down in the bottom lane looks like just some Oracle spam along with maybe a couple anti-mage right clicks and a blink forward, but already a 20 charge wand on the anti-mage. So you see Clockwork very low in the top lane.
Yeah. Ursa barely made it away.
Looks like Shaman will just be the trade here. Shaman's still level 1, by the way. As Oracle goes down bottom, looks like he just got lifted. Pretty much just kills in both lanes here.
Yep. Yeah. They were really close to getting the Ursa as well.
Puck DD rune. Visage just... I don't know why Visage has the soul assumption skill. You're against a Puck. If you ever get that off, then that's... The Puck should just...
Dodge it.
Like, the only way for Puck to get hit by that would probably some sort of accidental keyboard disconnect at this point. Like, it's such a... It's not a slow projectile, but it's very telegraphed. You see 5-minute runes coming out. Looks like Radiant should get at least 3. It's Harbinging Gordon Blink for the 3rd. Looks like he picks up his Ring of Health. They don't have a lift, so yeah, you'll just be able to pick this one up. As Shaman finally hits level 2.
I think AM should have just TP'd back there, but he probably doesn't know.
I mean, he saw the lift coming out.
Yeah, he probably doesn't just have that intuitive sense of cooldown for the lift.
Maybe.
It's not like he missed any CS, though.
You see Beastmaster going down top. I'm just missing kills all over the place. I guess Clockwork tried to be middle. They have coil up. They're going to use it. Clockwork's going to try to come from behind here as Puck ends up dying. Does not phase shift the soul assumption, so Reggie getting a double kill here. Didn't even need either support, but Shaman does have a salve for him. Does have a salve for him. Our Visage has his own salve, but nice, he gave it to him anyways.
I mean, he's gonna need both.
I mean, he drags shouldn't need both necessarily right now. But very big dive from the puck. Like, he doesn't do a lot of damage once orb is down.
Okay, 6-minute, level 6 Ursa.
Still a 1k gold lead for the Radiant at this time. A lot of that's just due to this anti-mage being very large and the puck having a decent amount as well. I mean, getting 3 bounty runes helps. Visage still no medallion, choosing to go for the Ags next. I'm not really a fan personally, just the straight Ags rush. You just farm so fat. Okay. I don't know if you noticed that, but Visage was trying to attack the creep, ended up almost denying his own familiar. That's one thing I do on Lone Druid sometimes if I'm not careful. Like, once the bear gets past half health, you accidentally start right-clicking the bear. It's not a good time sometimes.
As someone who doesn't micro well, I can't say I've ever had that problem.
I'm going to pull in bear for this cast, that way I'll just cast on Discord as well. No,
good.
I don't want to... Oh my gosh. I just pulled the whole channel. I'm an idiot. Where am I going? Can I not drag him? Can I not drag him out of AFK? Alright, what's going on here?
So we have a roaming puck, a Visage that's already dealing damage to a tier 1 tower. Level 6 anti-mage versus a level 4 Bat Rider. I expected this lane to go much better for Bat Rider, to be honest.
You maybe should have just dragged the wave or tried to cut it. Oh, I'm trying to fix this. Alright, here we go. I think I can drag him in now.
Alright, we just have a puck sitting top, right-clicking Ursa for no reason before returning mid.
Let me share my screen. Dota 2. Okay, let's hope I don't get like just 20 frames from this. Do we have a bear in the chat as well?
What's a bear?
Lone Wolf right now. You see this pristine Ursa performance?
I have no comment in regards to Lone Wolf Ursa.
Well, he's getting gone on right now, so does pop the raindrop, use the full magic stick. They don't have roar up, but oh, he gets the enrage off. Very nice.
I'm just hoping they didn't pick Ursa into Beastmaster.
Well,
They did.
That's a Yakshami dog.
Well, he also just killed the melee necro unit. That's funny. I'm just gonna stay top. This lane's amazing. Alright, Clockwork going on the Shadow Shaman. Should be just be able to get this free kill. Lone Wolf's just running in the background. Alright, he roared something that was not the Rubik. And Lone Wolf's just trying to just right-click the board. This game's great. I don't know if you guys are having fun, but I'm having fun.
I like the two supports that were like, we must save Ursa, and then just fed.
Yeah, it's like, let's just try to fight this Clockwork and Beastmaster with Necro 1.
Like, all they had to do was just keep running for the tier 2, and they all would have been fine.
I mean, I don't think Shaman's fine, but everybody else should be fine.
I mean, like, if Shaman wasn't fine, then he'd be dragging creeps off the tower, which I think is also fine.
I mean, at this point, if Shaman dies, it's whatever. He's trying to get the double stack on the Oracle. Is he gonna get both? Nice, nice. Very cool, very cool. It's giving the anti-mage some solo XP as well. It should be a 12-minute Fury. You know, or maybe 13 minutes. Just depends on if he'll get this big camp or not. Visage about halfway to his, or over halfway to his Zags. About 1,000 left on that. So you had Lone Wolf
Right.
going for the Battle Fury of his own.
Right.
Think he
Issue
needs...
with Lone Wolf going Battle Fury is he bought face boots to go with it for some reason.
He's gotta go fast. Yeah. He does not have any HP regen, but I'm sure that's no big deal. Beastmaster probably going to take this top tower for free. Anti-mage sending out the last base component from the Battle Fury. So you just grab this tower top. Middle towers. Very strong for Radiant. Puck can just de-push from there. Puck going for the Witchblade first item. Pretty solid. Has the damage talent as well.
12 minutes and Shaman's still only halfway to 6.
This is so sad. I mean, Rubik's barely 6. Wonder who took the Tome on Dire? I think Shaman, right? I think that's the only way gets to this. As they coil up the Visage, should just be a free kill here. Lose the Familiar as well. As you have Batrider over halfway to his bots, but this anti-mage is just turbo farm. Almost has the full
I don't know
Battle Fury.
what this Beastmaster is doing jungling, but I think he should have just used those and hit the
I mean,
tower.
I think he might have just been waiting for the Necro resummon.
No, he literally summoned them to jungle.
Oh. I mean...
When you play Beastmaster, you should always be active on the map. You should never be jungling, unless like there is a massive, huge reason for jungling.
I think he might have started the jungle and then one of his teammates was like, "Hey, what are you doing? It's not your job here. That's anti-mage's job." So get the Visage kill as well here. Just
And that is right when Visage came back up.
yeah, I think
And
the Familiars. Yeah, the Familiars are on cooldown for 100 seconds now, even once he is up. So
all right, this is when you hit tower. Come on.
he has the full Necro through on Beastmaster now as well. So we look at the net worth chart. Pretty good for Radiant, I'd say.
It's 14 minutes and Anti-Mage is already top of the net worth chart.
I mean, I think he's probably been top of the net worth the last 5 minutes, just because. Just getting
But I
free
feel
lane
like
farm.
when you have an Anti-Mage, it's kind of like an Alchemist. You don't expect them to top the chart until like after they get their farming item.
I mean, Alchemist is just whenever he decides to go to the jungle, really. Because Alchemist in the jungle should farm faster than any hero in the lane. So we see Batrider kills off the Necro unit.
Dead. Up. 20 health. 20 health Batrider.
And they didn't get the Rocket Flare on him. Clockwork goes down instead. So we see Lone Wolf rotating a little bit. Still doesn't have the Battle Fury, but should be getting it at some point in the future. See, Anti-Mage already has his Battle Fury. And very good control over the Dire jungle from Radiant. Unfortunately, they're not really like threatening a tower with this. Like they could easily just get this bottom tier one, but you see Beastmaster being gone on is going to go down. Foil going to come out just on the Visage.
Puck should be dead.
Now Puck should be fine.
Well, okay, let me rephrase.
Oracle's
Puck
dead here.
probably wouldn't have died there, but should have for being that far out of position in the middle of nowhere.
I mean, it is a Puck. If they don't lasso Puck, Puck should never die. Like this Shaman should never really get enough farm to threaten the Puck this game, I feel. But it is Anti-Mage just free farming. They get 4 runes actually. Yeah, they got all 4 runes, but it does help Ursa a little bit. Has the full Battle Fury pre 16 minutes, so
Got a smoke heading top for the Anti-Mage.
They have to
And-
lasso him. Like, there's no way they... Like, they can get the instant hex, but like, where are they going?
They're looking for the anti-mage, I
Oh.
think.
Yeah, I guess they were
Yeah.
trying to see if he's farming the jungle, but
He was in the lane, and they just missed him.
they might have seen it with this obs ward in the lane here. Or in the jungle. They might have seen
Yeah,
the movement. But
Yeah, I
Ursa
think they
getting
saw
gone
him.
on.
Which might, they headed there, and then
Cogs push back on the puck. They do not get the bird drops on the puck, so hard to kill him without that.
you know you would think that the Cogs would push back the puck because that's who Clockwork went on, but they're on the same team.
It's true. You see Visage going down. Probably the familiars as well. He does have the Ags on the Visage. Technically, yeah, Visage could probably scout that out. In terms of just like trying to gank this anti-mage, but
This Visage is not having a good game.
it's kind of a weird pick, I feel like. They
It's
Okay.
not a game whatsoever.
They lasso the Oracle. That is the dead Oracle. They have the blink on the bat as well, and good night. I did not realize lasso cooldown was 120 seconds at level 1. Didn't this spell used to be like 90, 75, 60 as its cooldown?
Yes.
Yeah, and then
Good lord.
there would always be a Bat Rider in pro games, so
I mean, I'm sure there'll still be a Bat Rider in Chinese pro games, but
oh, definitely. It's just that pulling a hero out of position is just so
well,
good.
the thing about
BKB
China,
piercing.
yeah, the thing about China is that they're known for getting like these 20-minute BKBs, and so any hero that has this cancel, whether it's your Beastmaster or your Bat Rider, is just going to be very large. Speaking of Beastmaster, might be getting gone on here. Looking like he will go down. They do get the hook and the coil onto Visage. Visage going to be blown up here. Puck shackled up. Probably going to be going down, but no, they get the false promise off. As Ursa goes
Good.
in, is going to be disarmed, but Oracle should be going down. Okay, they do get the
Yeah.
sentry out, but meanwhile, just anti-mage doing anti-mage things.
That was a Bat Rider knocking the puck out of the Serpent wards. Because puck was 100% ward trapped there.
I mean, I don't know with the false promise if Puck dies, but would have at least taken a lot more damage and been on that cusp a lot
Yeah.
more.
Well, the other thing is it would have forced the Oracle to be more out of position to get the false promise off. Because Bat Rider literally knocked Puck into Puck's team.
Yeah. I feel like Anti-Mage should be a little bit further ahead with how things are going. Like, only being 2,000 ahead of the Ursa with sort of pristine start feels a little bit rough, but they do get the tier 2 top. Going to immediately get this outpost.
Well, the Ursa's like 4-0. So
Oh, yeah. Like, Ursa's caught up a lot more with kills, but at the same time, like, this Anti-Mage, I feel like, should be a little bit further ahead, but
This anti-mage should have the game of his life. Like, considering his team build up as well, like, he has a Beastmaster, Clockwork.
I mean,
They're all very good
and
at
that
scouting.
is
the
another
other team.
grief.
I'm not
Bat
really
Rider pulled-
sure why he pulled him that way. You have a shaman on the
Yeah.
other side there.
You definitely pull him towards your Shaman Rubik. So that way you can get the lockdown.
I mean, probably. But that doesn't make it interesting. Also, there's just a Visage Bird by the Dire tier 3. Just chilling. Let's go first person perspective of this Visage Bird. Just chilling.
Yep.
And now he's dead. Okay, I need to click on another unit to get out of the first person mode. But they're doing Roche on the Radiant. No big deal. Have the Necro 3, so pretty easy Roche. Anti-Mage gets the Aegis as well. Already halfway to the His basher at 21 minutes.
That's a puck blink in. That should be a dead puck,
That's
but
okay. The instant roar back, Visage is going invisible, just avoiding this. They did drop the wards for that as well. Kind of unfortunate. There's not really anything Dire can do this game except try to get those pickoffs, but cleaner. This game's really just on Radiant right now to throw.
yeah, Ursa's the only one.
I
Hero
mean,
with
we
any
talked about
network
how
on-
bad Radiant D push is. Dire D push really isn't that great either. Like, did you try to go in with the Ursa, but that is a Aegis AM. They do use the coil for some reason. But they can just throw anti-mage up the high ground. I'm not really sure what they're doing. But now you don't have roar or coil, so not really easy to do that. But they do smoke up from the Dire, trying to find any of these Radiant heroes. They have Blink Lasso. This anti-mage should die at least once.
And now he gets pulled into the team.
Okay, but they use the instant Hex, so they can't kill him. The only way they can kill him there with the second life is if they didn't use the Hex.
Well, lift is also instant.
Oh yeah. I don't feel like the lift would be a long enough disable to where they could combo it. It's
Yeah,
only
I mean,
1.6.
like, you can do lift into shackles definitely, but
Yeah.
that takes planning.
I mean, his Shackles isn't that high level right now anyways. But they do get the Clockwork. They do give up Ursa and Shaman for it. Ursa almost has his SNY. Shaman not really close to Glimmer Cape right now. So they do get the 3-man puck coil. Rubik breaks it, dies for it. So we see 2 heroes almost break it, but Visage just going down. Batrider does get the blink out. Should be fine. Just kind of an interesting Visage counter pick. I feel like when you pick anti-mage at 17, I don't really feel like... Yeah... Visage, Ursa are the play. I think PA is really good against anti-mage.
PA is very good against anti-mage.
Like, I know she's not great against, like, these Puck Beastmaster heroes, but...
But they could have picked it like a mid and they carry this, like, makes the Beastmaster actually have to make a decision, you know? Who do I roll?
The classic anti-doom strat have
Yeah.
so many heroes that they need to doom that they can't doom them all.
Yeah, exactly.
I should probably
Like-
move this stupid, like, overlay, because it's literally, like, on the net worth. There we
Like,
go.
PA Ricky would have been, like, perfect for this game. Provided they weren't banned, of course. But
Don't think Ricky was banned, and I don't think PA was banned. I know a
Neither-
lot of carries
neither
are
were
banned,
banned.
but don't think those were some of them.
Yeah, neither were banned because I was actually thinking the PA, but I figured the Beastmaster lane would have been a little too rough.
it would have been rough, but I think you can quite easily recover. Especially if you have a mid laner that isn't like Visage, who tends to lose its lane all the time, and you want to catch up in the jungle when you play Visage. Because all you want to do is get to level 6 as quick as you can. And then you just hit jungle creeps until you get your first item. And you can push.
I mean, it wasn't... I think...
Can we take a moment to discuss how it's 25 minutes and anti-mage still has a tier 1 item?
It depends what items he's got a choice of, isn't it?
It's a nice tier 1 item, though, to be fair.
Yeah.
I think
I
the...
mean, Puck's got the Vambrace, so Possessed
Yeah.
Mask is pretty decent.
There aren't really any items for him. The Grove Bow gives a lot of attack speed, but
I think I'd rather see the Grove Bow on the puck for the increased magic damage and then the Fan Brace on the anti-mage for the stats.
yeah, probably. I think Riki might have been good for Dire. I know it's not good against Puck, but it's also good against Puck, like, directly. Like, I know Puck counters Riki, but Riki also counters Puck. Like, once
Yeah.
Beastmaster gets Necro 3, it's a little bit rough, but I think Riki has enough armor to where it doesn't matter that much in lane.
Also, it's the fact that you have a Beastmaster, so if your Batrider initiates, you can instantly jump on whoever as Ricky, silence the backline, and kill. Because you've pulled out that one hero that you might be annoyed by as a Ricky, so Puck for example, you can either kill the Puck, or you can go to the backline and end the Oracle, so the Oracle can't save, you know?
Yeah, like Ricky is super good against Puck. And I feel like really good against Anti-Mage because he doesn't want to buy BKB. But they do get the scan off on the Radiant to see the dire smoke, so nothing going to come from that really.
Yeah, no one was over there anyway.
I mean, the Anti-Mage was for a bit, but once he saw the scan, he dipped immediately.
Yeah.
As Clockwork almost has his Halberd item, Beastmaster has the Necro 3, has the Blink. Puck has the full Ags now, so...
Oh my god, is Clock just gonna sit here?
Yeah, he's doing it.
Waiting.
I mean, could get a last hit with the Rocket Flare. Nice, nice, nice.
Just there's a small camp on the other side of the river. Just hit that.
Sorry, that requires moving. Who needs
Could
to
be
move when
faster,
you
though.
have global farming skill? They go on the Oracle here. They don't have vision though. They had the sentry up and big hook by the Clockwork here. Grabbing both the Shaman and the Visage. They might get the Clockwork and the Oracle. I mean, they're losing Rack's top. They're losing a tier 3 bottom though.
I think Oracle should have TP'd right away as soon as he popped it on himself. Forced them to either...
Where is the rest of Dire going? Like, the Ursa TP'd top, and then it's like, they just kind of didn't go anywhere. Like, they tried to chase the Anti-Mage top, and then Ursa had to run all the way bottom to protect it. But, like, nobody came bottom, so they got that tier 3 as well. Just very
disjointed.
odd.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't think
But,
that wouldn't have been that good for Radiant at all if they would have been able to stop both those pushes in time. Like, if they wouldn't have lost this range Rex, like, yeah, if you lose the tier 3 top and the range, or the tier 3 bottom, the range Rex top, like, if you trade that for a couple of kills, that's not the worst for Dire at this point, honestly. Especially if, like, you get this Ursa a little bit closer to an item, or the Visage closer to an item. So Roche, see about the spawn time in a couple seconds here. Alright, so it's gonna be a fairly late Roche respawn. So Rubik has his Ether Lens. Batrider has Blink Force. It's just... Until they get this Basher, it's gonna be really hard for them to have this lockdown. Especially now, because they have... Anti-Mage has the Lincolns. They do break it with the Force, but... Alright, he used Lasso. I think it got counterspelled or something. You counterspell Lasso, do both Lassos just break?
Yeah.
Yeah, I feel like that's what just happened there. A bit unfortunate. It's just hard to break this Lincoln's. Like, the Shaman or the Rubik kind of has to be the Lincoln's breaker. Because if you're Batrider, you can't really... You want to use the Force offensively, not to break a Lincoln's on Batrider. Like, the Force is to where you drag him into your Shaman.
There's too much to do
Or
to,
away
like,
from
try
the
and win
Shaman.
this game.
Oh
As
yeah,
the case may be.
this game is definitely not on Dire. This game is on Radiant.
Like, did I have to, like, execute perfectly to get an anti-mage kill?
I mean, if you're Dire at this point, like, the Puck is the big... Like, if you can blow up the Puck without Puck using anything, I feel like that's really big. Because, I mean, Beastmaster has BKB. It's going to be really hard to kill him. Like, just straight up. But Puck doesn't really have a defensive item at all.
Yeah, you want to kill Puck or the... Well, you want to get Oracle, to be honest.
Oh yeah,
Yeah,
you want to
Oracle's
blow
the
up
biggest
Oracle immediately, but I feel like... As far as core kills go, the Puck's definitely the top of the priority list.
Yeah. You
How
want
do you
your
feel
Visage
about
to go on
the-
your Oracle, and then...
Go ahead.
I was gonna say, how do you feel about the Titan Sliver on the Beastmaster instead of the Anti-Mage?
I mean, I don't know if he just likes the Mindbreaker attack speed or what, but like the Beastmaster might have to be more of a frontliner right now.
Yeah, it's not too bad to be honest, because like the anti-mage gets an instant silence on these, so you can just silence whoever he jumps in for a couple of seconds.
Yeah, I feel like that should be the puck though. With that, 'cause the puck should be the ones hunting and killing.
Dyer's just
So the
getting
game.
like it's just they run top, they push bottom, they go bottom to run, they push top. Like it's
Is all that mobility, and Dire doesn't have the best ways to knock down heroes.
yeah, pretty much.
Especially when you have the Oracle beatbacks matchup.
So Roche is up. Anti-mage spots it out. Probably solo at this point with enough bashes.
He doesn't have any lifesteal, so might be a little hard.
I mean, you have to get.
Beastmaster out of the lads. Nope.
I mean, he has Necros that he doesn't even need to use for it, so. I mean, the Necros are about to expire, so I don't know why he just didn't use them to tank Roche, but.
Or
Yeah,
summon a
just-
boar.
Just happens.
Don't worry though. Anti-mage has a healing salve.
Nice, nice. I think that's like one of those carry maneuvers where you just like buy a salve and a couple clarities out of habit. But they do get the puck. They were able to lasso the puck and use some hex. So puck down for 60, that's at least a minute out of Aegis that Radiant can't really do much.
And Anti-mage has already taken the top set of racks, so there's no reason for him to play around up there anymore.
I mean, if you're Radiant here, you just shove in middle, shove in bottom, maybe poke at this bottom melee racks, but
Yeah.
I mean, Puck has
But now
bots.
Dyer's job gets easier because now they have to only defend 2 sets of racks that are much closer.
I mean, yeah, but this top wave is just gonna push in though as well.
Yeah. The big brain play though is to lose all of your racks, so then you only have to defend one building, and that is the ancient.
That's true.
Can't get split pushed if you're only defending ancient.
And also, the enemy team can't farm lane creeps if all their lane creeps are pushing into the other team's base. I mean,
Big front plays.
you do see that fairly often where a team will get megas, and then if the game goes like 20 minutes longer, the team that has megas against them will actually gain a net worth lead. Like, even though the megas aren't worth as much, the other team can't get any lane creeps.
Yeah.
The
And
issue is though, is the Dire team has no wave push outside a Battle Fury.
This is also true. Hey, if the Rubik keeps waning Rift steal. Alright, Ursa's in. You see, they do get the shackle on the anti-mage. I still don't think that is your shackle target, but
yeah,
Puck
especially
gets
because we have
leashed in the
Aegis.
counter coil, does get the
And-
Oracle ulted on him. Beastmaster uses the cheese. Oracle getting very low as well. Aegis popping on the anti-mage. Clockwork very low as well. Anti-mage blinking in is going to finish off the Shadow Shaman. Clockwork going up. Probably going to get finished off as well. Ursa gets the bash off on the anti-mage. My game is freezing.
Dieback
Okay.
on Ursa.
Ursa dieback in Shadow Shaman buyback here. They do get the Orchid on the anti-mage. Is fine, has the Manta, not going to go down at all. As Beastmaster is
someone
just
jumps in.
kind of in the middle. Doesn't have Roar. Is just going to go down. Puck not going to get stunned up here. They have the instant lift, but choosing not to use it. So overall, they used Aegis Cheese on Radiant and they got the Ursa die back, but not much more.
Yeah, that was just a sloppy fight.
I mean, if you're
On both
Puck,
sides.
you can't let the Rubik get coil. Like, I know it's easier said than done, but you have to like coil and then instantly jaunt. Or rift, I should say, not jaunt. I mean, they're still going to get this melee racks just because Anti-Mage is a lot larger than anybody else, but... I mean, this is what Panda does. They say, screw your buildings, I'm killing heroes. As soon as I say that, he blinks away and doesn't kill heroes, of course.
Well, I mean, they got the racks.
Yeah, I guess.
And he had killed the Batrider.
I mean, it's just a 6-slotted anti-mage at 37 minutes. I'm not really sure the optics of direct counterpicking an Intiro after anti-mage and a Visage.
Yeah, it's slightly questionable. I don't think Visage is great even.
I mean, there might be a game where they can just push down this Radiant lineup, but I feel like the Ursa timing and the Visage timing are just two completely separate timings, though.
Especially,
Yeah.
it is when you go Battlefield and Ursa, so like...
I mean, if you don't go Battlefield on Ursa nowadays, I just don't feel like you do anything.
That is
Yeah.
also true. It, like... I guess they could have sort of like matched their timings if they... But the issue is the lanes were so bad, like... Because you have... Bad Rider, Rubik against an anti-mage. That's not gonna go in any well, let's be honest. And then you have an Ursa Shaman into a Clockwork Beastmaster. Your Shaman's gonna be should be eaten alive. But that's weird.
Alright, now I can stop sharing my screen. Very cool. I'm gonna go get some water. I'll be back during the draft.
Yeah, same.
We are now in draft of game 2 of Pandamonium versus Econ Harmony. I am your lovely host JD, joined by my Masters and RD2L teammate Hawks and resident lone wolf fanboy Bear.
Push it that far.
We see the clock
so we
already banned, and then just Centaur OD as well.
So the Centaur OD were the first bans from Pandamonium.
Correct.
Last game they banned Nyx and I forgot the other hero, but it wasn't Clockwork.
It's like some carry hero, I want to say. I can look it up real quick. I already have all of the Dota buffs open here. They did ticket. Did they ticket this game? Did they make sure to? I think they did.
Ticketed this game.
Alright. They banned Jug, so they get the Oracle first pick. Going for it at 5. I think they could have easily just gone for it 7. I don't think Econ team plays it, but
I mean, this shows how confident they are with the Oracle pick.
Or they're just trying to prevent another Batrider pickup.
That's also true.
I mean, I think preventing a Batrider pickup is good for the Dire here, but was not that impressed with the Batrider performance.
Yeah, I was underwhelmed.
I mean, Mathematician Oracle, very solid. We lost to him when he played Oracle. So, 100% win rate against our team with it at least. They're thinking pretty heavily about this first pick. They go for the Witch Doctor. Classic kill support. Not as strong as Shadow Shaman like for pushing or for control, but can chunk down these tanky heroes. Also prevents a Beastmaster pick as well.
Also, it's a much better 5 hero. I still don't think the Shaman's a 5, and that last game I think demonstrated pretty well why. Because without items, Shaman doesn't really contribute too much.
Offlane
Just dies too fast.
A lot of offlane heroes punish lack of mobility as well.
See Morana coming out. Probably will be the map 04, but very flexible hero.
Yeah, as I've been saying for the past, I don't know, month, Morana is a very strong first phase. You can play at 4, you can play at 3, you can play at 2. If you're CLT, you can play at 1.
Excuse me, we're on a stream, sir. Don't reveal strategies.
Yeah, Morana hero is like very flexible. Or if you play EU pubs, it also gets played as a 5.
That's elite. Can't wait for the US Danny Pause 5 Morana.
Hey, we brought out the position 5 US Danny OD. A powerful combination.
Just update this
Tidehunter.
up here.
Okay, that's a much better hero to pick into an Oracle as an offlane hero.
I feel like it's also a much just stronger offlane pickup this early.
Yeah, it's also one of the better offlane heroes right now. Like, you go Beastmaster, and you often see Tidehunter being up there as well with Beastmaster. And Sankey. Sankey's a very good hero right now too.
Yeah, I feel like with like Tidehunter and those other examples, you just basically get a game regardless of your matchup. There's like some very niche matchups that will wreck Tidehunter, and then either those will set you up for a weird mid game or possibly no late game just to destroy the Tidehunter's game.
It more so forces the Tidehunter to farm a bit more, which you don't really want it from your offlaner. But Tidehunter is quite a greedy offlane hero.
I think Tide's just also a lot easier to play than Batrider personally.
Yeah.
Plus, you can also take ancient stacks.
You see, the weird thing is though, they've banned Beastmaster and Puck when they've got a Witch Doctor and a Tidehunter.
They go for the Monkey King. Probably a flex here at this point. I feel like you could just pick your 4 here. At 15, pick monkeys, kind of risky, considering the enemy still has 3 picks left, but it's interesting they banned out. Yeah, they banned out the Beastmaster with the Tide Witch Doctor, which I feel like are 2 very good heroes against it.
Yeah, they could have been afraid of the Monkey King safe lane into the Tide, though. So they picked it up as a denial.
The issue is they've allowed Slark through against Tidehunter, which is one of the worst Tidehunter matchups in lane and throughout the game. Like, you should be thinking as a. I don't know.
I mean, there's
When you
still.
have to.
I feel like if you're Dire, this has to be like a very easy Lena pick, right? Like Lena or like. I don't even know what other. Like Windranger, just some hero that can just like hit this like 50 billion times in lane.
You want to win Ranger. I think like the issue with Lena is the Oracle, because you can save a lot of Leon stuff from with Oracle. But I guess if you go for a right click physical build, you can
I mean, if
negate that
it's
issue.
probably the pause for Lena, they are leaving it open pretty well between if Lena's pause 4, if Monkey's mid or carry, but I don't know, I like the Lena pick just to right click the Slark a ton in lane.
Yeah,
And now I have
feel like
random hiccups.
Windranger has similar issues with Oracle because Oracle can purge her win run and also prevent her from attacking.
That's true. But you can also, as a Wind Ranger, just end the Oracle before Oracle punishes you.
I mean, if you're Dire, you don't really have anything. I guess neither team really has a ton to start a fight right now, besides like Blink Ravage.
Yeah.
But I mean,
But
that's not really like. I mean, it's a fight starter, but it's not really a consistent starter considering they have Purge with Slark and Oracle already. They go with the Slardar, so
the issue is though is if Tidehunter gets a game, like the Lena has to do a lot in lane in order to enable the Tidehunter. Unless you're gonna put Tidehunter into a Slardar and you're gonna put like something like a Monkey King or a different carry hero into a Slark Oracle lane.
I think Tide Lena can do really well against Slark Oracle if they play the lane properly. Like if Tide doesn't just get like 10 stacks of the Essence Shift on him early on.
That's the fear in it, because you got Fortune's End, and then you can just steal Essence Shift into pounce onto the Tide, and
So I
if
feel
Lena's
like
not casting spells, you're gonna have an issue.
there's a timing where, like on Tidehunter, you have to go Gush at some point in the lane. Like you can't just go 0-2-2 here. I feel like you have to go Gush. And I think if you have Gush and like 2 and 3 and Anchor Smash, I feel like that lane is entirely winnable for Tide Lena. But once Slark hits 6, obviously it's a lot different of a game. But if you have Gush and you have the higher points in Anchor Smash to where you can kind of just Anchor Smash and then get out of there, and like Lena just helps where you retreat by pelting with right click some LSAs. I feel like that could be a decent lane for Tide Lena. Then like later on, you might just like try to drag the wave or cut the wave. Because Slark doesn't really want to last under his tower that much.
Yeah,
And not
I feel
until
like
he's
they
level
can.
6.
I mean, once
feel
Slark's
like
level 6, the lane's just over, but...
Yeah, I feel like if the Oracle gets out of position, the Lena is particularly good at punishing, especially with a slow from Tide.
Yeah, I mean, they can kill the Oracle with Gush, LSA, and some Lena right clicks, but it'll be interesting to see if he gets the Gush. I think he really needs it this game, but we'll see.
I think he goes for it at level 2. I think you go Anchor Smash into Gush, and then Anchor Smash into the
I mean, do you
Shell.
consider going Gush level 1 to try to get, like, the range creep blast hit?
I mean, you have a Lena for that.
Yeah, you can just utilize the lean. If
I
if
mean-
the Slug goes for it, you stun him, and you can Anchor Smash and just hit him a few times. He's not gonna like it.
You see Storm Clinks banned out from Radiant, Viper banned out from the Dire, so... Dire has the last pick. Be interesting to see what they choose to go for. They banned out the TA as well. Let me pull up the Snowstorm. Dota buff here. Think Ember and Void, Ember Spirit. Don't know if it's the best here. Shadow Fiend against Tidehunter.
I think Shadow Fiend could be pretty good here, actually.
Yeah. I feel like
I
a lot
think
of the suns
Wind
are
Ranger could
very-
be very good for Radiant here.
Yeah.
I go for Dusa. I'm not a fan of Slark Dusa lineup, honestly, but I guess they're trying to like
think-
secure the late game. But
I feel like they might have just gone Dusa because they reckon the Slark will have a good enough lane against the Tide Hunter that they will create enough space as the four of them to allow the Dusa to have a good time.
all right, you know what hero's the pick for Lone Wolf here? Arc Warden. Let's go.
How is the
it
Monkey
is-
King into Slardar?
I
It's
think it's 50-50. It
yeah, it's
depends
very
how
player dependent. I think Monkey Witch Doctor can kill Slardar, definitely, but it just depends.
it depends how much brilliantly Slardar and Mirana does in the first 3 levels. Monkey King is not very good until he gets a second point in Jingu Mastery usually.
I think
So
if you're Dire, you
Slardar,
can pick
Mirana.
Sniper, you can pick Arc, you can pick Zeus. Zeus is very good against pretty much all of Radiant's lineup.
I think Zeus, yeah.
Terrible.
Terribly.
Alright, who's mid? Is it Monkey mid?
I think it'd be Monkey.
Yeah, I don't like Terrorblade here. It's okay against the Slardar lane, but I don't know. Like, Radiant,
Also decent against Dusa late game.
I mean, I don't know. I think Monkey was enough against Dusa just because, like, you can't kill Monkey in his ult as Dusa, really. And you're just getting pounded by soldiers eventually, but I don't know.
I feel like it's the same theory as the Slark in that you reckon your Monkey King's going to do well enough against the Slardar, you can create space for your Terrorblade.
Yeah, but I mean, it's Monkey against Dusa.
Oh yeah, Monkey against Dusa, but you know, you get what I mean. I reckon the Monkey King will be able to create enough space against the Dusa.
I mean, I like
In
the
the
Dire
lane
lineup
against
a
Dusa.
lot more than I did for their last game, at least. Pretty drastic improvement.
They're not going to lose all 3 lanes this time, so that's a start.
Well, I'm not going to predict if they will or not, but there's a chance. Because, I mean, let's be honest. In some of these Div 4 games, lanes don't even matter.
Who hit creeps better?
mean-
Or fights.
That's basically what we saw with the games last night. The lanes didn't matter. Because the other team was just given so much space that they just caught back up. We could see the same thing here.
Alright, Bear, do you want to introduce a team, or...
I'll let you two do it.
Alright, I'll
Okay,
introduce
sip.
Radiant this time. We have Math Magician on the signature Oracle hero. We have Harbinger on the Slark, already starting with that Orb of Venom. Have Mappo on the Pus for Morana, triple Fairy Fire in his inventory. So Fashion on the Slardar, and then we have Snowstorm on the Puz 2 Dusa.
So we have Broken on the Lena, Reggie LA on the Monkey King, Tidehunter is going to be Econ. We have Night Fox on the Witch Doctor, and Lone Wolf on the Terrorblade.
It's a very interesting Witch Doctor starting build. Normally you don't see double Circlet on a Pause 5.
I am not a fan.
The lack of tangos is very concerning.
I mean, I'm sure he'll just try to get like the heal early on to mitigate, but it's just kind of a weird build. I know he started boots on Shaman 5 last game, but
But the thing is, though, he hasn't gone for the heal. He's already skilled his.
I'm not sure why he has Maledict already after forcing even what the lane is, but
Yeah, I think you at least want the Q, right?
It depends what's going to happen in there. You don't really want to go Q, like. But you
I'm not
don't
sure
really
why.
want-
I'm not sure why
At least
Dusa
want the
needed
opportunity
to.
for the Q.
Why did
Oh,
Dusa
it's
not
Maledict.
get the rune?
Okay, the Morano is trying to. I think he might die to the Witch Doctor.
He's dead. Oh, no, he's
he's
not dead.
dead.
He's
No,
got
he's
the
not.
Fairy Fire. He's barely alive.
Uh,
The Fairy Fire
But
saved him. He was down to 90 HP, and the Fairy Fire brought him up to where it wouldn't tick that low.
the Witch Doctor could, in theory, just kill him because he's refusing to salve.
Not sure how much I like this mid-monkey that much against Dusa, personally.
It's gonna be a tough lane, I think.
I mean, once Dusa just gets max Snake, it's really rough. Or, like, even 3 points in Snake.
Right.
I think it's a kill for
First
top.
blood.
Yeah, Maledict.
Wow, I missed that a little bit. Just, you gotta be careful with that first meta, especially if you're on the other team.
My favorite part was the start up hanging the Witch Doctor. Like, he's got Maledict, boys.
I mean, hey, this Witch Doctor is proving us all wrong with this no regen except self-start, so...
Yeah, he's got a Fairy Fire just in case, you know? Man's gonna click here.
Marana down to only 2 Fairy Fires.
I'm intrigued in what the Tide Hunter's gonna go for his second item. Or second skill point.
Has to be Gush, right?
He has to be good.
Please, for the love of all that is good and holy. Also, he's getting a Soul Ring, which I'm not really a fan of.
I don't mind Soul Ring on Tide Hunter, but I wouldn't go for it this
Unironically,
early.
I hate Double Bracer, but this is a Double Bracer game if you're this Tide Hunter. Like, you need the regen, you need the damage, you need the stats. Alright, he has Gush. Very cool, very cool.
Yep.
As you
I
see,
feel like this,
Witch Doctor goes
Monkey
down, Slardar should be fine. What were you saying?
I feel like this Monkey King and Dedusa, the Mystic Snake should be an easy dodge, but haven't seen him use dodge yet.
I mean, it is a free skill, so I have that issue as well. Oh, he did go Gush level 2. That's Pog.
Yep, he's... Alright, I've centered the 1-0 on my stream. Alright, Witch Doctor already has 1 Bracer. Very nice. More Bracers than Tide Hunter. Marana just leapt into the Witch Doctor. Witch Doctor maybe could have tried killing her with the Maledict there.
Yeah, he only has 1 jump left. There we go.
I mean,
I
Marana
don't
just has to
know,
go back to base here. Thankfully, the wave is at the tower. Slardar's almost 3.5.
This Tide Hunter is actually having a much better lane than I thought he would.
Still would
is
rather
Marana
not have
still
this
doing?
stupid Soul Ring. This Marana just needs to go back to base. I mean, if you waste
She
a
has
whole
Brute
Claire...
Salve coming out, but
If you waste Clarity Salve on a pause for Marana, you should just go back to base.
And there we go, he's gonna die now. Because he's too greedy.
Good night. These
Yep,
Witch Doctor
and he's
right
dead.
clicks are doing a ton of damage. It's 71 damage. That's crazy.
I mean, did you not see my Witch Doctor build the other day?
Alright, I'm not watching your Witch Doctor off lane.
Hey, it was quite chat and it killed an Archward in solo.
He probably wasn't expecting to take that much damage. I don't know. As an offlane player, I hate laning against Witch Doctor. It's just so miserable. The only hero that I really like laning Witch Doctor as an offlane is Furion. Like, it's a free Furion game against Witch Doctor. Because, yeah, the cask lasts a long time on the treants, but they just also tank the cask. And you can't
It's sort of
really
like,
clear them as all.
depending on the Witch Doctor player, I also like playing Beastmaster into it. But it depends on my like position for.
I feel like Witch Doctor is good against Beastmaster just because you
It is.
bounce the cask between the Beastmaster and the boar.
But, like you can sort of bully him with the boars if he's not cast if he's like saving his cast just try and kill you because he's an ape, you know.
Yeah.
It's like CM
Right.
players do cast frostbite on you.
got some
Slark
fighting
dead?
down bot.
No,
Yes.
Slark can't die. It's not enough damage.
He's got Soul Ring up. He just chooses
And
not
he
to
has
go
a
for it.
mango.
I don't
Yeah,
like this soaring item.
I like Soul Ring on Tide, but I
With
think
Witch
it's too
Doctor
early.
dead?
He needs a bracer.
Nope.
I think you just go double bracer and just have mangoes, honestly.
Run or
Like,
just salve yourself.
there's not any, like, you're not using up a ton of mana before, like, I know Gush, Anchor Smash, sure, but if you have double bracer and triple mango, that's a ton of regen and a ton of burst mana, so.
It's more of the like when you get to level 6, you can just Soul Ring into Instant Ravage.
Okay, Deuce is 6, so Monkey King can't be in
This
lane
Witch
anymore.
Doctor is making a lot of space.
Oh
Might be
my
dead here,
God.
but yeah, he got the Marana at least, so it's fine for Terrorblade. He's just free farming. I say free farming, and Terrorblade has 24 last hits, but you know, it's
But he
something.
does have 11 denies. And I just saw Lone Wolf miss 2 last hits.
Hey, he only has 90 damage and
I know.
fast auto attacks.
Hey, he's too used to using meta. You know?
I just watched Monkey King jump into a tree rather than dodge snake up, and he just dodged a right click instead.
Nice, nice, very cool. I mean,
Yeah.
this Deuce is not farming as much as I would like.
The Monkey King actually has more last hits than the Deuce
Yeah,
though.
and Deuce is getting like a decent amount of just wave CS. Or not wave CS, jungle CS, so. Deuce has her treads up now. Slark uses level 6. Yeah, this is level 6 Slark against level 4 Tidehunter. Just rough at this point. Alright, Slark gets disarmed. Dies for it. Almost dies
Nope.
for
Oh my
it.
God.
Lena has a
Why
mango
is
this
Lena
whole
not
not
time.
using
mango?
Very unfortunate.
Why would you buy a mango and not use it?
Also, Monkey King strand bottom and then ran right back. Also, there's still the 2 bounty runes at 8 minutes, by the way.
I'm too used to like pub games that everybody should run into their bounty runes.
Okay, that is a Monkey King ult for who knows why.
This game is a.
He has Monkey King ult at level 7, by the way.
No items to like utilize.
Oh, he almost dodged it there.
I think he dodged it earlier.
Yeah, he dodged the one before.
I mean, it's a small window. It's 0.2, so.
Yeah,
I mean,
Yeah,
if
there
you
was-
play
there was
Monkey,
just a
you
couple
should be able to
times.
get it, I guess. But I don't know. This lane's just really rough for Econ now because neither of these bottom heroes for Dire have boots.
Right, this Lena is dead.
Like Tide doesn't have boots and Lena doesn't have boots.
he's rushing Vlads without going for boots. That's disconcerting.
This Monkey doesn't have regen here as well. He's bringing out mangoes, which should help a bit, but
Why would you buy mangoes when you could buy a clarity?
I mean, I like mangoes a lot more than clarities personally, but
I mean, I think it's too far late in the lane, like I would say, quote unquote, laning stage because I think it should have ended by now. But
I
Rana
mean,
stacking
like
Medusa.
as far as the Deuce is concerned, it's already pretty much over. Yep, Tidehunter just dies again.
and Alina's gonna follow because it doesn't matter.
6 permanent agi at 9 minutes.
This Witch Doctor needs to lead the lane and just help the Tide Hunter.
Yes.
But it's too late now because the Oracle already has level 6.
Yeah, I mean, at this point, you throw the Tidehunter top, you throw the Terrorblade in the jungle, you throw maybe one hero bottom to gain XP, like, there's no reason why Tidehunter should be TPing back bottom here. Like, this lane is completely destroyed for him at this point.
I mean, it's just that
Like,
usual.
if I see my
thing-
offlaner TP there, I'm pinging him. I'm saying, no, please do not go back there.
Stack Ancients, jungle.
Because I understand Slardar's level 6 now, to where it's kind of rough to, like, solo lane a Tidehunter. But at the same time, like, you're not getting anything here at all.
I mean, the saddest part is, I'm sure the tome's been taken, and he's
with-
gonna be stuck at level 6.
And the thing is, Terrorblade's already jungling. Like, there's just Witch Doctor getting this XP top for some reason.
Right, that's an issue with this Radiant team. 3 heroes are level 5.
You mean Dire?
They'll die, yeah. Don't know what I meant.
They get the... Alright,
It's
Slark...
just like... Oh.
No, they get the false promise.
Yeah, he's gonna live now.
He might not. He's still dead, I think.
Oh!
So,
This Historical should die as well.
very solid rotation.
And he's going for the... And I like the diffusal build on the Monkey King this game as a mid laner.
I mean, he needs something. If it's Diffusal...
I mean, it's a very good item against Lock and Usa.
Slidar's dead. Oh, he has a salve, he's just dead. No point in pressing it. So, solid for the Witch Doctor still. And Tidehunter is hit level 6 as well here. So, a little bit better for the Radiant coming out of that mediocre quote-unquote laning phase.
If the Witch Doctor comes bottom with the... He could actually, in theory, with the Monkey King and Tide, kill the Slack again. And Slack had, like...
I mean, they have Ravage back up already, so... Or, I say back up, he didn't use it, but... They have Ravage up, they have Monkey King, Boundless Strike, it's just... Yeah, the mid tower got taken while that was all happening, though. Like, Dusa's...
Like, Witch Doctor's going top again, man. Why?
Yeah, if this... I'm not sure why this Witch Doctor... Like, Slardar can't really push this tower either. Like, if you're gonna throw a hero there, it has to be Tidehunter. He's just... I mean, he's cutting the wave here, but... Like... The Monkey King's also here, so...
I mean, I don't mind Tide being bottom because he has Ravage still. But the Witch Doctor, it's 12 minutes in the game, you're the position 5. You shouldn't still be running top all the time. Like, you should be making space for your Terrorblade and helping your Monkey King, who's your most powerful hero.
The Maledict missed. And that's a Boundless Strike missed. There are 0 heroes in the middle lane. Alright, there finally is one Terrorblade illusion. I mean, for how well the early game went for Terrorblade, and for him not dying, he's pretty far behind, I think. Not as far behind as the Tidehunter, but...
I mean, at least he has a... Has he got a Yasha coming out now? He has got a Yasha coming out. That's a good start.
Yeah. Solid for farming, but they do use the Laguna, are able to kill the Oracle here, as Slark shouldn't really be in this lane either, as they get the kill, or they get both kills top. So Monkey King definitely making these good rotations here.
That pushes the Monkey King above the Slark as well in the net worth.
I mean, he has almost a Diffusal, only like 600 away.
Yeah, reads the recipe now. This Slark should, I reckon, should be dying soon. There's a Lina with Laguna Blade and a Ravage. Like, if you communicate with each other, you should be able to stun lock him into Laguna and you should die.
I mean, I hate how both these teams have been playing the side lanes this game. It's like, if your carry's still, like, I don't know, this Slark is just... I understand he just wants to play in the safe lane. I understand the Deuce is farming up the woods, but... Like...
Just play with your Slardar. That's what you have to do.
I mean, Slardar has blinked now, so that's his go time, but... I don't know. Every time I watch these 3K games, or I play them sometimes, it's just really funny watching this laning phase be like 14 to 16 minutes long.
I mean, it's gone to 14 minutes, and the Witch Doctor's finally arrived.
Nice,
so they can take a tower.
This has signaled the end of the laning phase, gentlemen. We've done it.
It's taken, what, 6 minutes longer than I hoped for, but we have finally reached the...
hey, I at least give them till the 10-minute bounty rune.
Fair enough.
We do have Phase on the Tide. He didn't rush. He did not rush the Vlads.
This is a good start.
Tide is only
that was a good arrow.
Tide is only 2,000 gold behind the Slark now.
Monkey King has a diffusal blade now, so this is good. Oh,
Big cast coming out from the Witch Doctor.
oh, this is gonna be good. This is gonna be good.
Slark's still not dead though. So
He should die. Maybe.
no, he is
Nah.
No, he's
passive
regenerating
regen.
too fast.
The only
So
way
the
they
hell
could
else
have,
He would have died.
the only way they kill him there is if they can make sure he doesn't get the Shadow Dance off, which is rough, because the Ravage was instantly purged.
So was the
Yeah.
Boundless.
Yeah. I mean, they did get the Slardar. They do have the Diffusal on the Monkey, so they can kind of group up here. They have meta, almost a full
Actually-
meta.
Actually, what Lone Wolf is doing, he's pushing the lane with his team, even though they have no spells, because they use it right now.
Very good Boundless Strike, as Slark is still
This
just
Slark should
kind of...
die. He has no.
Yeah, they got...
Shadow Dance.
they have the Gush! Gush!
Use
Gush!
Gosh!
Oh no, he
God.
almost died for it. Marana's dead here, but... Alright, Lone Wolf almost dies to the tower because he...
He's dead.
Sundered.
Oh!
Oh, was that the
Doctor.
16% evasion?
Yeah, the 60% evasion just saved the Lone Wolf from
I
dying.
mean, I don't think he dies there still, because he has
He
28
was on
armor.
40. He has 40 HP and the tower does 172. He dies.
I think he might have been a little bit out of the range. 'Cause, I mean, he only takes 37% of physical damage.
Yeah, so that's what?
He has
105?
60. So if he takes
Out of
37%,
140.
it takes about 70 to 80, doesn't he? So he would have died if he didn't proc. The
I didn't see
107,
exactly what
61.
HP he was at when he was getting hit. But either way, fortunately, he does not die.
Start arrowing creeps.
Sorry, Marana needs bottle. Please understand.
He has got bottle. He's trying to get to his Yules. It's very important.
All right,
to actually-
where's the Falcon Blade? No Falcon Blades on either team. I'm very disappointed.
that item is way too good right now.
No Falcon
Actually,
Blade on
like
Dusa.
the
I'm sad.
Falcon Blade Marana.
I mean, I don't think on pause 4 it's the play, but
I meant on my mid.
I mean, I got Falcon Blade on like every other mid hero. You see, Monkey King kills off the Slardar. Does have to use the Monkey Ring though, but Dire has a gold lead. It's weird how Monkey is the one keeping up with Dusa and the Terrorblade's the one with the Slark, though. You'd figure it'd be the other way around, but... I mean, there's like... It's kind of weird. Terrorblade's farming with his team here. There's this entire jungle for Terrorblade Illusions to go into. And this entire jungle down here. And this entire wave down here. But Terrorblade's here.
He just wants to help his team.
Like,
They have.
I
They have
understand
Ravage.
that, but like,
What?
you can send
They could've-
illusions to farm everywhere, though.
Oh God, Lone Wolf has shown himself to be.
Oh,
Oh,
he didn't
no.
get hit by the arrow.
And Lone Wolf is gonna die. Right. I do not understand why a Terrorblade would run under to a tier 1.
Do they have detection? Okay, I think they do. He then used a Boundless Strike, gets it off. Dusa should die here. The
Dusa's
monkey
dead.
might be the trade.
As long as he lives after, no. Oh, is Marana gonna die? Nope.
Alright, everybody's just feeding. There are
Why did
9
Marana
deaths.
Turn around.
Or there are 8 deaths in this fight. Or 7. Slardar was already dead. Alright. Math Magician wins, everybody else loses.
Why would the Terrorblade walk under tier 1 tower? It's a very confusing thing.
What do you mean? He didn't
But-
know that there were 5 heroes there. Or 4 heroes there, I guess.
And still, you're a Terrorblade. You're not a Tide Hunter, you know?
Speaking of Tide, he has more farm than the Slardar now, at least. He did go for the Blink. I'm not sure how big of a fan I am of that, but...
Well, they need some initiation for when the Terrorblade walks into like 5 heroes and the Tidehunter needs to ravage suddenly.
I mean,
you have to say stupidity.
I don't know. Just such a
Classic.
expensive item for Tide nowadays. Especially because there's like so much that can just interrupt Ravage as long as they're ready for it. Because you have to catch the Oracle and the Ravage every time.
Yeah, Oracle's your first port of call to kill. I think that's the Monkey King shop, but
Witch Doctor sells a Bracer, going for the Ags now. Very disappointed. Monkey King,
I mean, he
about
does need his
500 gold tags, so... This monkey
I
is
wasn't a
very
big-
large. I'd
I
say
wasn't a big fan
Dusa's
of
very
his-
large, but it's a Dusa. Who cares?
Right,
Thought
why is
the
Lone Wolf not hitting creeps?
No, just being
Lone Wolf,
very...
please hit fucking creeps, you're playing Terrorblade.
Nope, his entire team is farming the triangle, sorry. Where's he going? Why is he buying an Ags first?
Because he wants the fear, so if he does what he did, he can fear everyone and have a 10-second.
Alright, they have Glyph. Are they gonna use it? No.
Meta.
It's a second Ravage.
Yeah, exactly. It's a second Ravage, you know.
Just watch him with Conjure Image off cooldown for like 20 seconds.
Are they gonna smoke? Is this what they're playing?
Maybe.
Oh,
They used
your
it.
Terrorblade only has a Manta and a point booster. But I'm sure it'll be fine. Oh.
I mean, it worked.
It worked.
Strategy of using Ravage instantly as soon as you see someone is working.
So have
They
your
can
time
take
with
tier
no
2 here,
detection.
right? They have to take it. Like,
Yeah.
Yeah, Dusa can't take the tier 2 top, but...
If
They
she
don't have a
has to-
wave, but... They have meta for half up. I think you just, he needed the Monkey King ult before that. Got hit by that. A lot of... Oh, I mean... He's still living. They get the
Use
Sunder
your
off as well,
reflection
wow.
against the Deuce.
That's a white.
That actually went a lot better than it should have.
I think he got the Monkey Ags in right before the fight, too.
Yeah.
So he just had the soldiers pelting the Dusa as well.
And they keep
Alright.
pushing now. Even without Meta.
Witch
Swallow
Doctor also
coming
had
up.
a much better word placement that game. He actually put it in the middle of the fight.
Wow, this
instead on
Orb
the
of
overplay.
Corrosion item is very broken. Just allowing people to go up high ground whenever they want, SMH.
It's like a Blightstone in it, basically. It's just a glorified Blightstone.
But it stacks with Blightstone.
It doesn't.
That's true. Yeah, it does. It
No,
does.
it doesn't. It says it gives both debuffs, but as long as the Orb of Corrosion debuff is on something, Blightstone doesn't do anything.
I didn't see the melee tower, but it showed both debuffs of the Blightstone and the
Yeah, it'll show both debuffs, but it'll just be -3.
what an
But-
interaction.
But when the Orb of Corrosion debuff ends, the Blightstone will go into effect because it lasts longer.
Right, so the Radiant has smoked and they're hunting for Monkey King.
Yeah, it doesn't stack with Blight, unfortunately. And Blight also doesn't stack with Deso nowadays.
That's a very quiet change that they've made.
Yeah, it was like
Lo-
just recently.
And Lone Wolf has managed to dodge a smoke gank.
But you can stack Deso with Orb of Corrosion, so...
I mean, that's like Blightstone and Death, or before
They
Blightstone
might
and Death.
get the monkey here. That's kind of a weird area of farming, considering they just dodged a gank in that area, but...
I mean, you didn't see everybody didn't see any of them, but
I mean, you have to know if everybody is off the map, though.
yeah, like you got two
Like-
waves pushing in, and your mid lane is like meeting halfway.
And, like, nobody's in Roche. Like, yeah, you might see the Dusa, but Dusa can't gank.
Oh no!
Counter smoke.
Well, he dodged. He meant to
Yeah, he
dodge,
didn't
but...
dodge. He almost dodged.
Well, he tried. The
He
illusions
managed to
dodged
dodge
it.
them knowing which one it was.
Hey, they might have thought he dodged it.
Okay, ignore the runes. Cool, cool, cool.
Runes are overrated, sorry. Slark has his BKB up, going for the Ags.
Oh, they're leaving it for the Marana bottle. Next level.
Oh. The most important hero in this game.
You know, Radiant could have just Roached
They could have.
with Deuces Lardar.
But the thing is, though, they still had Ravage. So
I
it's a bit...
mean, if you don't have a Monkey King ult on top of that, it's hard for Dusa to die. Like, Dusa could really only die to Monkey King at this point. Terrorblade doesn't do enough damage unless he's just like hitting 50 times. Like, he just doesn't do enough to pierce the 4,000 EHP or whatever it is of Dusa.
Did you just see what I saw? The Monkey King just saw the Deucer in the pit. And then jumped miles away instead of just killing the Deucer that was just sitting like a illusion in the pit.
Probably getting cold feet because he doesn't have BKB up yet.
Yeah. Also,
don't
Deuce's
think-
whole team is in the triangle, so...
I don't think BKB matters so much in this game for the Monkey King, though. Like,
I'm
'cause
seeing
the-
this
so
Terrorblade just like farm the same part of the map his entire team's in. I mean, yeah, he has an illusion mid, and that's great, but... Like, if you're Terrorblade, if you just throw illusions bottom, like, this tower is in jeopardy. Someone has to defend that. And when someone
Yeah,
goes
I
to
think-
defend it, you take Roche. Like,
I
neither
would message
team...
Lone Wolf that, but I want him to think for himself, you know?
Like, neither team is pressuring the other team to where they can go off Roche. Like, both teams are just sitting here.
Oh no, the Tide Hunter is showing. They're all... I don't understand
They
this
don't see
smoke.
Monkey here, I don't think. They got the Titan Sliver, so that should be good on the Terrorblade, yeah.
Oh, he dodged the stun.
I mean, got the 4-man Ravage off. He doesn't... He got arrowed, but... They do get the fear off on the Slardar, so both offlaners are going down here. There's a Dusa ult in the background, going to kill off this Witch Doctor, but no, he gets the Glimmer off.
This Deuce is gonna die.
Yeah, Dusa's in very deep. They don't have the Oracle to save him as well. Dusa's just probably going down here.
Lone Wolf did some great micro.
Alright, Dusa does dodge the Primal Spring. Doesn't look like she's actually going down. Actually, no, they did get the Diffusal off cooldown, so...
There we go. The reflection will do the job.
Oh, and barely the end of that Boundless Strike connects, so... Monkey King definitely putting in a ton of work this game.
And it should be a Roshan.
Yep, pretty much.
And all because they managed to catch the tides. And fortunately the Radiant team, or the Dire team was nearby. Even though the Monkey team was a little bit late.
Adusa was also a little bit late too, so... It's no big
Yeah.
deal.
Like, I can understand what the Deucer was trying to do, but you don't have BKB and you're against, like,
Yeah,
Monkey King.
the only way Adusa dies is if she gets caught in Monkey Ring. Which I would almost consider getting a Pike, just for that sole reason.
Oh, definitely.
Like, or telling your team, hey, Mirana, we don't need a Greaves, we need a Force Staff. Or, hey, Oracle, I know you want a Glimmer, but you need a Force Staff more, I think. Because the only way she dies is if she gets caught in the ring, so...
Yeah, I don't really understand the Yules on Marana.
Alright, Lone Wolf, go hit the tower, let's go. It's like hitting the Ancients. So, I mean, that's one lane of Rax down, a tier 2 down, and they have the Roshan, so... And they have meta up, so there's not really anything that should prevent them from just walking back up high ground for a bit. Except maybe...
The lack of
No,
meta.
they have Wukong back up too. Like, they could
Yeah.
just... No, maybe not slow siege, but... I mean, I guess
They can
once they
slow-
have meta up, I think they can just go. They should
They
see
can
this...
slow siege.
They should see
have
this
a
illusion
Terror
room
Wave.
bottom, though. Like,
They have Terror
I mean-
Wave anyway, so they've got 10 seconds of meta before meta actually
yeah.
comes.
They also have Ravage ups.
And just choosing not to use the Terror Wave for now. Oh, Monkey King was spotted in the trees.
I'm intrigued how he got saw the team now. Unless the tower has like some magic vision.
I don't know. They need to do something on the Dire, though. Like, just standing here isn't going to do anything. Like, Slardar's already just pushing bottoms, doing his stuff. Like, they get the Ravage on the Dusa. Oracle isn't in position. He gets stunned and feared as well, so that's a Dusa death. Lone Wolf getting very low, but that's just going to be Mirana dying here. Slardar does BKB ult. Monkey King does not have his ult up, has to BKB of his own. Terrorblade is up here, has to... He does have meta. Terrorblade has meta here, choosing not to use it. Still not using meta.
Lone Wolf, why are you not fighting?
Leaving his Monkey King out to die. That is a Slark buyback, but they have meta this whole time.
I guess they got Slark and a Medusa buyback. That's pretty good.
I mean, yeah, but I still don't think they lose the fight if he metas and turns.
Oh yeah, of course, but you know.
I mean,
Think of the positive side of things.
you win some, you lose some. They took a tier 3 tower, you know. Monkey death really hurts, though. That definitely is a lot of gold into the pocket of... I guess it wasn't a ton directly from the Oracle, but it's a lot of XP as well. Like, it was a pretty even fight with the buybacks, but just XP-wise, like, Oracle got a ton, and I guess Slardar got a ton, too. And that's Sardar's BKB. That's one thing for Radiant. Outside of Dusa, they don't really push fast. Dusa going for the Rapier now. Don't know if it's that time, but might be
I mean,
close.
it's quite hard for them to win in that situation.
I mean, if you go, like, Butterfly, Monkey doesn't really want to buy an MKB, ironically. And Terrorblade can, but I don't know. I think Butterfly would be a lot better here.
But with Butterfly, your reflection will destroy the rest of your team.
Yeah.
I mean, it only hits you, right? It doesn't hit the rest of your team?
The
split
split
shot
shot
hits
still
you.
hits you.
Yeah.
Oh, the split shot kills the rest of your team? I mean, I guess.
It's the same with Luna reflection. The bounces just kill everyone.
I mean, gets the Elven Tunic for Slark, so that's really big. It's a really good Slark item. Say Moonlight,
That's just Slark or Dusa, isn't it?
say Moonlight Shadow. I think Dusa should have kept the... What's it called? I think the Grove Bow might be a little bit better. Or they have a Titan Sliver that nobody has on Radiant. What the heck? Slark doesn't have Titan Sliver.
Essence rings more.
I don't agree with that at all, personally. I think
Okay,
Titan...
why is
Alright,
Lone
Slardar's grabbing
Wolf
it.
meta? Okay, Lone Wolf accidentally
Oh
pressed
no,
meta.
he pressed the real meta instead of the Terror Wave one. Well, I guess we're pushing bottom, boys.
I mean, I guess they can force it. Like, if they win their fight against Dusa Slark, then it's not
Yeah,
much they
but
can
you know what's gonna happen here, right? The meta's going to fade as soon as this fight starts. Like, I
Oh,
know
yeah.
he has 10 more seconds with Terror Wave, but...
If they don't click on him and see meta's been used, they might be alright. Or like, he used Terror Wave, you know? And somehow Mirana missed a standing still.
Where's Econ,
Probably.
or where's Lone Wolf going? Does he not know you can... I mean, I guess they're... He does get the save on the Dusa. They need to
The Dusa's
slow
dead.
him. Yeah, he's probably dead. Never mind. He has the friggin'
Oh.
Maledict on him as well.
What a Terror Wave.
Yeah, does
Yeah,
Econ,
this game is over.
Does Econ know he can push from low ground, though? Like, you don't have to go up high ground to hit the tier 3.
But you still have mischance. I think that's like.
I mean, I don't think it matters if you're slow sieging, honestly. Like, it's harder for
just
them
makes
to
the
get to
slow
you at that
slower.
point.
Right, Radio should be calling GG because.
Yeah, then they call it. I mean, we're going to a game 3. Econ team picking up win number 2 of their season.
That was like more of a. That was Terrorblade playing up tempo, which is something you never see.
I mean, MVP definitely has to go to the Monkey King that game. He does pretty well middle, has a little bit of a weird skill build early on, but ganks bottom, they get the double kill. Ganks top, gets that double kill, and just has the defusal, traps Dusa in his ult every time. Very well played by him.
Yeah, made so much space.
You say space, but
I mean,
it was more of the Monkey King just carrying.
don't you just love it when you move yourself into a lobby? It's my favorite notification. It's like, JD moved you into a lobby.
You're welcome.
This is so sad. I mean, Game 3 hype. Saw Game 3 last night. We're seeing a Game 3 tonight. My homework's probably gonna have to get done at some point, rushed, but probably should start working on that right now between games, if I'm honest.
Imagine having homework. Feels weird, man. Not reading emails about your team complaining about promotions.
Why not both?
True, true,
Imagine
true.
having to grade homework.
Oh no.
Alright, I think it's my statistics class. Let's go. Alright, time to read up on what's due tonight.
All right, I'm gonna grab some more water. I'll be back.
Yeah, I might as well do so too. We might be in for a long one here. Just throw it to the BRB screen.
Wait, is they creating a new lobby or something? Everybody's left.
Okay, and we are back with Game 3 of RD2L Masters Season 1 Division 4 Lower Bracket Round 2 between Pandamonium and Econ Harmony. Yeah,
RD2L Premier by Econ Harmony, the #1 data site for economists.
Econ does not pay me enough to say that old title, so he only gets one word.
Econ Harmony.
Unless you pay for more space,
I,
not getting the
the major
sponsor
change,
shoutouts.
the major change is going to be in this game is because Mappo's not playing. They don't have to ban Clockwork, and they don't have to ban. What's the other one they banned? That's a 4 position, Nyx Assassin. So they can just ban Oracle and Phoenix. So Math Magician has to play another hero that isn't Oracle.
It's true. So you see Centaur OD bans, Phoenix, Witch Doctor bans, instant Witch Doctor, instant leaner hero.
Right, please pick Nyx Assassin.
Oh yeah,
A very
Nyx
good
isn't
hero.
banned. Wow. And Monkey.
Okay.
I mean, it worked, but that's a 7-pick Monkey into Alina, by the way. Like, have fun never being able to be on trees this game. Because you just have a Lina with cast range talent and Ether Lens just LSAing down all your trees.
Yes, it's also a very good burst against the Monkey King.
Yeah, I mean, you can blow up in his ult at a decent rate too at this point.
But I guess Monkey King is pretty broken hero right now.
They go for the Undying, I guess, okay against both these heroes. Monkey can't really
Oh.
walk up. It's still kind of a weird type of picks because you have second pick to where you have pick 8, and again you go for like this double support. I feel like Lina might be mid here. I think mid Lina does really well against Monkey King.
Yes.
So I'm gonna guess it's a Lina pick.
But you have to think, are they
For the
going to
middle.
think of that level of flexibility and not just,
I mean, their mid does play Lina, so
that's a good start.
indeed.
I, like, I feel like the issue with the second game is picking Dusa.
Yeah, it was just a weird Dusa pick, especially because Dusa's not good against Monkey King that much.
It's not good against Monkey King, and it's not really a good hero right now.
Yeah, I
Unless,
mean at
unless
3K
you
you can kind of get away with it, but Dusa has to be your pause 1, I feel like. If Dusa's like your... I mean, if it's like Dusa Slark, it just doesn't do anything. You see, Viper anti-mage bans, Tide, Bat bans, so...
The man in Econ. This is a...
Alright, but you know what hero isn't banned? Sand King.
Yes, that's true. And Sand King is a very good hero.
You know
I
what
do
other
love a
hero
Sand King.
also isn't banned? Beastmaster.
What I would consider the top 2.
If Dire
top
doesn't ban Beastmaster and Radiant just picks it here, I understand Witch Doctor can be good against Beastmaster, but I feel like
But they have Alina.
Beastmaster is very good against Monkey King.
Yes.
They
I
banned
mean,
the Riki.
If they have Beastmaster Lina, the Monkey King doesn't effectively have a lane.
Like, you have to throw a mid at that point.
Yeah.
But then you could just throw the Lina mid, I guess, and have another pause for.
But I don't think the bullying level is as high. Like, you can bully Beastmaster as Monkey King. It all depends on your
Oh yeah,
your support.
but
Witch
if you
Doctor is pretty good at that, though.
can bully him into the safe lane, I think you can definitely just have another pause 4 hero picked. I don't know why I'm yawning. I didn't get up early today. See, Drow banned for the Radiant. Not
not
wanting
a
him
hero I
in.
would-
Wow, it's a Beastmaster. Who would have ever guessed?
Right, I think you pick Morphling. Hate the hero, but it's very good against these 3. And it's something Lone Wolf like plays all the time, and I tell him not to.
Let me pull up Lone Wolf's Dota buff here. Let me see what
Uh,
the pick is.
like he plays like 5 heroes. It's like Morphin. He can play Monkey King to some degree. Plays Terrorblade. He does play Lycan, and I think Lycan's always a good hero. It's not great against Beastmaster, but you know,
PL is good against two of these heroes, not good against Lena, but it's good against Beast and it's good against Undying.
it destroys Undying, and Beast doesn't have a great timer, especially in lane if you continue with the balls.
They go with the clockwork themselves, so not too shabby. I think these three heroes for Dire are definitely pretty solid here, and they immediately go for the PL themselves, so good against Monkey King, good against Witch Doctor, good against Clockwork.
I'd rather see a 4 that could hit Tomb than a Clockwork, but
I think
pretty good
Nature's
against
Prophet
Alina.
would be very good here.
I think for Dire offlane,
Yeah.
I don't like Fioran against PL that much, but I think Pit Lord is the hero here
You
for
could go.
Dire.
You could go Pit Lord. You can go Necrophos. Necrophos is very good here.
I think Necrophos might just get roared and ignored though.
Also, Necro is terrible into Lena.
I mean, I'm not
Too much
expecting.
focus. I think like you want to either go on the Monkey King or the Necro.
I think
As
Pit
a Lena.
Lord's probably the safe pick here. Yeah. Don't you
That is.
love when you write predicting drafts? I do.
I mean, Underlord is quite the brain dead hero. As long as he doesn't have to play it for 17 minutes, it's okay.
Alright, Underlord at 70 minutes is even better. Get the Firestorm effects buildings. You just...
The worst part is I didn't even get that when I played Underlord the other day.
I mean, the other one's a better 25 talent, but if you hit level 30...
That's true, I did hit level 30 on Underlord.
So you got it eventually.
It did. It was a painful 17 minutes of Dota though.
Alright, so Puck Ban... I think Zeus would be very good for Radiant outside of the Clockwork. Just a lot of
Yeah,
burst, but...
I think if you're Dire, you ban Zeus and you pick up Ember Spirit. Or you ban Shadow Fiend and pick up Ember Spirit.
No, I mean, Dire needs a carry.
Ember Spirit is still fine. You can play safely in Ember. It doesn't do badly against Beast at least.
I mean, it just depends on what Lone Wolf plays. Like, he's
Lone
probably...
Wolf does play Ember Spirit, but
If
it's
I had
not
to
great.
guess, he might just be like, oh, yeah, I'll just pick Ursa again.
Hopefully not into Beastmaster PL. That sounds terrible. And Leader's a very good bully against Ursa.
Let me pull up Lone Wolf's Dota buff. He's played Naga. He's played Wraith King.
Naga is a very good hero against Phantom Lancer, Beastmaster, and Undying. Not okay against Lena.
I
Not
think
great though.
PA gets blown up here. I don't think Troll or Lifestealer are that good. Troll can maybe be good, just depending, but I don't think he's that good here.
They ban Zeus themselves. Okay, pick Ember Spirit. I think Ember Spirit or Shadow Fiend.
They need
Fiend's
a
not great
carry
against-
for Dire. They don't need a Shadow Fiend.
I think you can play Monkey King in the safe lane. I don't
Yeah,
think
but
it's
I
that
don't
bad
know
with
if...
Witch Doctor.
I don't know if Lone Wolf plays it, though. That's the thing.
Lone Wolf plays it. It's just if Lone Wolf feels it, like the issue of Lone Wolf is he has this problem where he will only play a hero if he feels like it.
I mean... I feel like
Like
it's a lot of players, but...
If it could be an amazing anti-mage game, but does he feel like playing anti-mage? You know?
I like how they banned out two mid heroes when the Monkey King was mid last game.
Yeah.
Very cool.
Uh,
It says a lot about what they think about Lone Wolf's hero pool.
um, it says one or two things. I don't care your hero pool or
I don't like
your
this pick.
typical hero pool.
I don't like the
I don't
Juggernaut.
like it.
It doesn't
It-
do well against Lena Beast lane. Like, you can spin on the boar, but...
I mean,
You
but
know-
you also have a Witch Doctor.
The worst
I
part is though
mean...
is Beastmaster is a well-known counter to Juggernaut. Because it doesn't matter if you spin or whatever, you can roll during a spin and you just end the life of the Juggernaut.
It's safe, I guess. I just don't like the Jug pick that much. Let's see, what...
I guess they got enough ways to do. They believe they got enough ways to do.
You
Phantom
pick a
Master.
4 here and play Lena mid here, right? Against
Yeah.
Monkey King, and you just abuse the fact that it's a Monkey King.
You can do that.
I
You
mean,
can.
what else is there, like, Storm? They don't really have that much lockdown outside of, like, the Pit Lord route for Storm Spirit.
I feel like they're just gonna give Lena to their 4, and they're just gonna pick something like a Shadow Fiend.
Probably. If they go Dusa, I'm not casting this game, by the way. If they pick Dusa here, I'm exiting the game, so... Just thought I'd let you guys
Do
know.
so. It has to be. It has to
Like,
be a space creator.
Wind Ranger...
Wind Ranger would be good. It's very good against even the
Invoker
Juggernaut.
with the Sunstrike combo with the Roar. It's like
Uh,
Quap, I guess. Yeah, they go with Wind Ranger.
I mean, they have 2 ways of killing the Juggernaut pretty quickly now.
Yeah, because MKB
What?
goes through the spell immunity now, right? Like the damage.
I think it does, but I don't think it matters because of the right-click power of the Wind Ranger anyway. Like,
Okay,
it's
so
too
they're
many,
going
like,
Math Magician pause 4 here, so...
interesting.
I mean, anytime you have a stand-in that's lower MMR, don't really want to hurt your carries game. Also, this Clockwork head is one of my favorite Dode items right now. It's just the brain in a jar.
It
Very
is
cool.
pretty good. So it sort of like counts the idea of robot.
What? It's a brain implanted robot.
That's true. That is elite.
The one thing for Dire is that they don't really have a jump outside of Clockwork. Like, Monkey kind of has to be the one going in here. And I guess Radiant doesn't really have a jump outside of Beastmaster either, though, so... I don't know. I like Dire's lineup a little bit more outside of the Juggernaut. I like Dire's lineup more overall. Especially because their best 2 heroes last game were Witch Doctor and Monkey King, so...
Yeah. I don't think Lone Wolf is going to have a game this time.
I mean, not saying that Dire's going to win, I just think their lineup is a little bit better in my opinion. I believe in the double circlet Witch Doctor build. Maybe not the rest of his team's build, but I believe in him. So we see... Just get introductions over with quickly here. We have Math Magician on the pause 4 Lena, So Fashion on his pause 3 Beastmaster, Harbinger on his Master Tier PL, Biggie on the Undying pause 5, and Snowstorm on the Wind Ranger middle. We have Reggie LA on the Monkey King, going middle for Dire, Night Fox, hiding around in the tree's bottom as Witch Doctor, maybe looking to set up the level 1 kill. Broken on the pause 4 Clockwork, Lone Wolf on the Juggernaut, and Econ on the Pit Lord, getting not just stick, but also Ring of Protection level 1. I'm not a fan of the Ring of Protection level 1, honestly.
I think it's fine against the PM
I
and
mean,
the time.
But it doesn't really build into anything anymore, does it?
Soul Ring.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't really like Soul Ring on Pit Lord right now, but... I mean, the Witch Doctor's down here, but they're not, like...
They don't know.
They're losing the rune, though. Like, they might kill the Undying, but...
The Undying's dead. There's no way he lived. And he's done it again.
I don't... They could have gotten the rune and done that, though.
They could have,
I don't know.
but
You see block coming out favors, well, not the Wind Ranger. She let it short.
I think this is going to be a very interesting matchup between the Monkey King and the Wind Ranger.
I mean, Wind Ranger should win. Okay, she just power shotted like 3 seconds after the range creep died.
So the Monkey King missed the range creep deny, and then the Wind Ranger just power shot about 2 minutes after the range creep died.
I don't know. I feel like if you're a pit lord here, like, also they picked Clockwork into Undying lane. That's pretty funny though.
I mean, it tells you everything about this team. They don't care counters.
Well,
they just play their own game.
The thing about this pit lord pick is that instead of Ring of Health, or pardon me, Ring of Protection, just bring mangoes. Just constantly press Q on the wave, like constantly push this in, pull the big camp, push it in, pull the big camp. Like, you can't ever die to Undying PL, but
Is dead top.
I'm guessing they just got like Maledict spin or something.
It
Yes.
was basically just spin, and then Maledict came out when he was already dead.
I mean,
Which
they
was
do
a
get
complete
the
waste.
trade and almost taking a lot of right clicks for this.
Fast
I mean,
hits.
he needs more regen on this pit lord though. Like this lane is so simple against Undying. You just throw 1 billion firestorms and then just pull the big camp every time. Because like Undying can't do anything in this lane if you play it right. But now he might like actually get a chance to lane just because of how they're playing it.
Yeah, it's one rule when you play off lane is always push in the lane, so you can always pull.
Like they're kind of pulling now, but it's
A bit late.
in a weird spot, and PL can contest it easily. This Undying has to be.
Fighting the clock and the Undying. It's just
That
fighting the
Undying is
other-
dead if he just firestorms him.
I feel like.
Right.
Okay.
I'm okay. This Undying's in. He got it.
You got killed. That should not be happening.
I don't know.
I feel like Clockwork should have just, like, instead of cogging the Undying in, just shoved him under tower.
We talk about how this Monkey
Yeah,
King
it's
has
fun.
double the last hits of the Wind Ranger. I don't feel like this should be happening.
Yeah, this is
I mean,
okay.
I don't feel like that should be happening either, but, you know.
Here we are.
Alright, maybe if I don't look middle, Dire will continue doing well. Because if I look
At
middle,
least
not
the
doing well.
the worst part is the Wind Ranger is having a better time than the Juggernaut.
Alright, I think Lena might be...
No,
I mean, that's fine.
Lone Wolf doesn't have
Yeah, he
spin
didn't
and he
get
wants
the-
to hit the Centaur.
He didn't... If he got a couple more right clicks on Witch Doctor, I think he would have died, but...
If they communicated better and Jug just didn't back, they could have just cast into Maledict when Spin was still going and Lena would have died.
Okay, so... Last hits... Going a little bit more even middle now. Just a couple waves are kind of rough. Pit Lord doesn't have that many last hits here. I feel like... He has a soaring now, but I don't know. I feel like just mangoes and boots. Like, that's all you really need. This... I really hate this soaring item right now. Like,
Lone Wolf needs to bring more regen.
they...
Okay, this lane should not be going like this.
Pit Lord dies bottom. They don't hit the tombstone. I think it's only 3 hits. Okay, 4 hits, but... Yeah, I don't
Yeah.
like this soaring item at all here personally, but... Like, as someone who's played a decent amount of Pit Lord and played, like, these offlaners that used to always go soaring, it's just... Not having any sort of regen on it, it's like, yeah, it's armor and it's 6 strength. It's like, okay, who cares?
Fire by Falcon Blade on DK instead now.
Like, one of the big things as well is that you used to buy this soaring item on offlaners when you didn't have a courier. Like, you couldn't ever get regen on offlaners because your mid was like, oh, I need courier 5 times in a row. So I was like, okay,
Yeah,
I guess I'm
I
not
need my circuit.
getting
Now I
regen.
need my recipe.
So that's before you should just go off. You should go soaring all the time, because you weren't ever getting back to like unless you were going back to base, you weren't really ever getting regen. But now you can just ferry out mangoes, ferry out like clarities sometimes. But
Why is he not storming the wave? You have a soul ring.
I don't know.
He wants to give the PL all the denies.
It's true. He's not, and he doesn't have
All right,
boots. So okay, he's dragging the wave.
He feels bad for
he
the
just
Phantom Lancer because he's picked on the Lord, so he's just giving him an opportunity.
Wait,
he could have just killed the wave there.
Wait, why did Radiant block their own small camp? That blocks, right? I think it blocks.
Yes, it does.
Yeah.
I mean... Alright, moving on to the next point. On the top lane, we have Beastmaster.
And the Lord's dead.
I don't even want to look.
It's not because of just his stupidity this time.
I'm sure it's not
Wind
pretty.
Ranger rotated.
This is how sad. Okay, the Juggernaut is somehow level 6 in this lane.
I mean, they got a couple kills. And I think Witch Doctor pulled pretty well either, or as well.
Oh, that's.
Oh, he bounced back, but he didn't. He doesn't have phase boots yet. Which is
He
unfortunate.
doesn't have any boots.
They were on the courier, come on. Oh. Oh, Beastmaster
having
almost
ball
dying.
problems.
I mean, for how well of Monkey King is last hitting and how many kills they're getting top, it's just this bottom lane is just really rough for Radiant. Like, I know it's an undying lane, but Pitlord is a PL counter here.
And it's pretty good against Undying anyway, because you just like if he runs it, you Q and he just.
I mean, in lane, you should just always
them.
just because there's like two ways to play Pitlord, right? There's like the way where you like get more points in your aura, you have like plus 100 damage, and you never let the enemy carry right click because they do like 20 damage. Then there's the Pitlord where you're like, okay, I can't lane here, but I don't need to lane here. I just press Q and I walk away. And I feel like if you can't play the former, you have to play the latter, but he's just not playing the latter here.
He's not even soul ringing to press his Firestorm.
Like, that's the good part about Pitlord, is that a lot of times it doesn't matter if your lane's garbage or not. You just press Firestorm and okay, the enemy carry can farm under tower, congrats. But
Yeah, PL doesn't really like to farm on the tower either.
But like there shouldn't be many situations where you lose lane to PL as Pitlord. Like yeah, you could draw it, like you just throw Firestorm and he farms under the tower, but I don't think you should ever really lose this lane.
Well, if you don't hit your buttons.
Well, I mean that's
Okay, this master seems to be a very sad player right now.
I don't know why this Beastmaster like rotated off of top. Like the Lina is getting a little bit, but I don't think Lina farm does anything here.
Okay, this is my one compliment for Lone Wolf this game. He's gone to the jungle.
He needs to go bottom.
He needs to go bottom, but he still made a nice move where he's going to the jungle and he's just spinning the
Like
creep.
you at this point you just throw Pitlord top, you throw Juggernaut bottom, and you call it a day. Like Juggernaut can't really farm woods that well. With just phase boots, like it's okay, but
I mean, he doesn't farm it well, but spins a good spell to farm creeps.
I mean,
So it's not too bad.
at least he's not top. But this Pitlord needs to be top instead of solo dying to PL.
Hey, Lone Wolf, hit creeps. You're a carry, not a 4.
If he goes top, he just gets roared and dies, so.
Or he gets a courier.
Nice, he's going Maelstrom on Juggernaut. Don't think that's the item.
That is definitely
I
the
mean-
item against PL.
Yeah.
Because you want Maelstrom, so that way you can just throw it on whoever PL's going on, and it just destroys all of his illusions.
Man, I don't know if
It's
you go
much common- it's one of them-
first.
He needs a farm announcement. I'm
Just
Tim
drop down pit. Okay.
He could, in theory, on Juggernaut go Gleipnir.
Okay, I just saw a missed hook on a TPing target.
He didn't see that the guy was TPing because Monkey King was still running uphill.
Yeah.
I mean, you still have an indicator of like pretty much where he is though.
Yeah, I mean, if PL was still running and didn't just TP out, that would have hit.
I mean, I guess.
So I think that's a fine miss.
It's a very good
That-
monkey ult here. They're not going to get the clock, or they are with the boars, but
They got the Beastmaster and the.
where,
and the
why
Juggernaut
is
they
Lone
got
thing
Wolf
about
here?
Maelstrom is it gives you 25% guaranteed hit
Yeah.
to go through win run.
Why is,
Actually, is it 30 now? I think they buffed it last patch.
yeah, it's 30.
So they changed it at the beginning of this shard patch. Right.
Right. Spin TP,
Shard.
dude.
He doesn't have
Spin
TP up.
Spin TP, Lone Wolf. Or just spin away. Oh, just man fight the.
And
win
he's
rate.
hitting a bunch of PL illusions with that. And he's getting
That was a
cogged
mistake.
in. And Monkey King's dead too. I
The
don't know why.
saddest part about that stuff is the Radiant team didn't even have to use a spell outside of Lagoon.
Why is Lone Wolf fighting?
I don't know.
He has phase boots.
Right,
and that's
can you
it.
also answer me this? Because this has happened 2 games. He has a stick and 2 iron branches.
Like, Lone Wolf is by far the poorest core in the game now.
He is, yes.
Like, and he was doing well at the start of the game. Like,
He even did a good thing. He even went to the jungle and spammed creeps.
he's like we said, oh, this Beastmaster's having a rough time, and then he gets like 3 kill participation and then takes 2 towers because they take top and mid, and now Beastmaster's fine and the Juggernaut's in a terrible spot. And this
And-
Undying's getting solo XP bottom, like
The Beastmaster should be taking the wave and pushing the spot tower with his Necro units. Though I think I'd rather the Beastmaster be top anyway, but each to their own.
I think Dire really needs to take that Radiant safe lane tower. So that way they can just take over the jungle.
yeah, Monkey
running out of
King's Maelstrom is
space.
up now, so allows him to farm a little bit better and kill some PL. Don't really know they have 2 Maelstroms, but I think the issue on Monkey King is that he doesn't have an Orb of Corrosion this game.
It's okay. I don't think it's much of a.
I think you need one on at least every team where you have like a Monkey King type hero. I think this beast is just dead here.
Yeah, he's dead.
That's a questionable placement.
For the Death Ward?
Yeah.
I mean, he couldn't go out, so
Yeah, I mean, like, you place it further in because you want to place it on the other side of the hero, so that way you get vision around the Death Ward and around your hero, so you're hitting him either way in the trees. But where he put it didn't give him any vision, so if the clock wasn't there, the beast would have been fine.
Oh, another smoke.
this game's kind of just mimicking game 1 where this safe lane hero on the Radiant team just has free farm. And then Lone Wolf just doesn't have farm.
Lone Wolf is just meandering. Like he's playing position 1 in a way. He should be playing like they should be playing position 2 instead. It feels to me.
Yeah. But if you're playing position 1 heroes, that's even worse.
Yes. It's not like
I
you're
mean, they're
playing
getting
safe
kills,
lane
like, they
DK,
get-
for example.
Like, they got the Beastmaster right off the bat. Like, Econ's out of mana, so he's not really taking any damage. You could maybe kill this PL here. Like, they're getting...
Oh, the
Clock
PL
still has
is higher.
hook. Clock has hook. Just hook him. Hook him,
Yeah,
dude.
they got the bounces
Just hook.
up.
Hook.
Doesn't need hook.
Sorry, hooks are for losers.
You might hook the Wind Ranger though.
Oh! He did it.
Mango.
Mango.
Mango. Oh,
Nice.
is he gonna do it? Oh, another mango. He's gonna kill the Undying instead. So.
Oh,
Oh,
wind runs over. He doesn't have for 2 seconds, but
they're just gonna take the easy.
friggin' Maelstrom Barco and then Beast. Or I don't know why Pit Lord ran that entire way. Also, this Beastmaster skill build needs Axis. You're against a Monkey King.
Right, Monkey King should be going Axis instead of Maelstrom, in my
Like,
opinion. I feel Axis
10
was
more,
such a good idea.
10 more attack speed is not better than a point in Axis to cut down a monkey tree.
He does have a Quelling Blade though.
Yeah, but you can't
That's
use
why you
Culling
don't need
Blade at.
Axis for now.
You can't use Culling Blade from 1500 units away now, can you?
You can if you buy many Aether lenses and hope they stack in a new patch.
I was just gonna say not with that attitude, but I prefer Bear's explanation. Oh, Lone Wolf finally has his Maelstrom.
Now the game really begins.
Now we can actually ult Wind Ranger.
He's almost caught up with the Wind Ranger and the Beastmaster actually now, after being 1,000 behind from
This PO went
Lone Wolf.
Diffusal for some reason. I mean, I'd say for some reason. I don't really see that much PL. That's why I forgot Diffusal was an actual item sometimes, just because of how few heroes get it. Like, I know the monkey last game needed it, but I just don't see Diffusal. I was like, oh, why is this item in the game? Then I remember, oh, it's PL. He actually builds it.
I mean, it's fine. It's a hybrid item, isn't it?
I mean, it's fine on PL. It's just a lot of other heroes that get it. Like, I don't really like it on Naga anymore, personally.
I prefer Manta Butterfly on Naga now.
Or Manta Scotty.
Yeah.
Like, Manta Scotty, Basher, really strong. Like, I see it on Riki sometimes, but if you go, like, B Fury Ags on Riki, you don't really need it.
No, you go back. Yeah, you go Battle Fury Axe on Wiki, and you don't care.
I mean, I like Diffusal as an item. It's just in a weird spot right now. Same thing with Armlet.
I think Armlet's a pretty good item.
Like, it's a good item, and the stats are really good. It's just buying it on more than a couple heroes just feels rough.
Yeah.
Imagine if this... Okay, he does have axes now. I was about to say. I mean, Monkey's just
I
gonna
don't think
get
he has-
roared.
Oh,
Like,
Monkey.
And Monkey's dead.
he's just in the middle of 4 heroes. Kind of a weird spot to be in. And almost pushing bottom, but like... Dyer was just kind of sitting in the area. And now Pit Lord ult's down. And Lone Wolf's just running around bottom tier 1.
Yeah, that was an awkward position for Monkey King's game. I still think he should have gone Axe over Mjolnir. I feel...
Yeah, I don't think the increased attack speed really helps him a lot here. Like, the shield is good, but there isn't really a hero you can put the shield on except the Pit Lord.
Like, I think he could have gone, like, Maelstrom, Axe, BKB, Gleipnir. Like, Gleipnir is such a good item against PR.
Yeah, the mana cost kind of is worrying, but...
Your abilities don't cost much on Monkey King, though. Like, they're all 100
I mean,
each.
yeah. I'm just saying against Diffusal PL.
Yeah.
And
like,
Beastmaster Necro.
You
It's
should be
not...
right if you
This
have
is not the monkey ult here, but... It's unfortunate. The Pit Lord just kind of baits him in. Also, they... Just gets roared.
no, it's happened
Monkey's
again.
dead.
Well, like... They didn't even need to roar him. Like, they literally saw him go up on that tree and they had axes, so... And I think LSA too, so...
Yeah, and Power Shot.
And Power Shot, like, that's a lot to knock a monkey off the tree.
And Doppelganger. And Tombstone.
Wow, it's almost like their entire team can break trees. It's crazy. Yeah, D's definitely having a little bit rougher game on the Monkey King this time around.
I mean, he's not getting any help from anybody else, to be fair.
True.
He's... Like, what is... Clockwork is not going in. The Underlord is not casting spells, you know. It makes it a very difficult life for Monkey King.
Alright, Lone Wolf's going for Manta now for a reason.
Yeah, rather than S and Y.
Rather than S and Y, rather than just finishing the Mjolnir and farming faster, rather than just...
I mean, if you get caught by Raw because you've lone wolfed, you know, it's like, what, 25 seconds less stun duration, so what, you get stunned for like 3 seconds, that's 18.
Yeah.
It's not too bad.
I don't know, I'm just not a big fan of Manta right now,
This
personally.
monkey thing is dead again.
Oh, he didn't even get Raw, did he? No.
Nope, just walked in the wrong neighborhood. Yeah, that's really rough. That's 3 straight deaths.
I feel like this game's already over. Like, somehow losing your lane as Underlord against PO Undying is
Well, they also didn't ban out Beastmaster, which I feel like is probably one of the best offlaners of the patch and one of SoFashion's best heroes, so... Like, I don't even remember what he played game... Like, oh, he played the Slaughter last game, didn't he?
Yeah, and I think Slaughter's a pretty bad hero, still.
I mean, I think it's fine in some matchups, but... It's no Beastmaster.
Nah, Beastmaster is way too good.
Like, Slaughter against Terrorblade, in this game it's like Beastmaster against Juggernaut. It's like, wow, I wonder which one is better. Also, they're trying to fight on Dire, but it's a high ground. I don't know.
I mean, he had 2 very favorable Beastmaster matchups.
Yeah. Well, the thing about this monkey is that, like, even if he gets BKB, he can just still get roared.
Yep.
Because he's the only roar target that actually matters here.
Like, you would care about Juggernaut, but, like... Juggernaut has had such a mediocre game.
Yeah, and this Beastmaster already has a Force Staff to get out of the monkey ult, so... Very solid pickup from him here.
Are they gonna find the other ward? I mean, go with no.
Winranger has the MKB almost halfway to her Aghanims. Clockwork is going for Halberd. Interesting enough, he has the Talisman first. Kind of a weird first pickup.
It's okay.
It's not bad against PL.
I mean, I guess 15%. If you're not like a carry hero, 15% evasion doesn't really feel like anything, honestly.
I think it's more for the avoiding the mana drain. Your mana lasts 15% longer.
I mean, I guess 15% longer from like lasting 7 seconds to lasting 8 seconds. I don't know.
Yep. That's like maybe one more spell.
I mean, if you're Clockwork and you're not getting off all your spells at the beginning of the fight, something's probably wrong anyways.
Right, they need to lead with Underlord and not Monkey King.
Yeah. I mean, he'll get his ult off. That's a...
Oh, what a Witch Doctor. What? This Winranger should die if they
kept it going.
I mean, Monkey's still dying to... Okay, Lone Wolf? Why are you spinning?
Lone Wolf?
Why did he spin there?
I think it's been okay against PL though. Like,
I mean, he has Maelstrom and good base attack time though.
It's still high magic damage though, and it's like it's not too bad.
I mean,
and you can still proc while spinning.
Yeah, that's also true.
I don't know.
So it's you just get rid of the illusions a lot faster.
Well, I mean, that's a really big throw from Radiant. Like now,
Oh,
that gives a lot of gold to Juggernaut. Now he has the Manta, has 700 gold on top.
I mean, Lone Wolf has gone from being 2k behind to, or 4k behind to 2k behind. The Underlord's almost caught up with the Windranger and the Beastmaster. And the Monkey King needs to stop running in head first into 4 heroes.
Hey, it worked one time.
Yeah, but what about the 3 times previous?
Yeah, just let the Pit Lord lead.
Like, lead with Pit Lord.
I mean, they know they're gonna roar the monkey, so...
I know, but you can, like, delay it. Like, because if you kill the Beastmaster first...
Well, I'm saying, like, you want to try to make them roar the Pit Lord. If you're Dire.
Oh, here you go.
Well, they did it.
Best case scenario. And now they can't do anything because, you know, they don't have Raw. Oh, the only other spell they have that's like teamfight worthy is a Tombstone, and PL being PL.
Why does Pit Lord not have... Oh, there we go.
Doesn't he have what?
I was going to say, why does he not have the Essence Ring in slot? But then he just slotted it in as I was saying that.
Nice.
I like his choice. I like Econ's choice for going Shivas. He isn't just going bog standard like, gonna go Greaves, I'm gonna go whatever.
I might not have minded that new magic defensive item that gives you mana back.
Yeah,
What was it called?
that might have been okay because you get spell
Eternal
life.
Shrouds. That's it.
You get spell
Yeah.
life steal from it as well.
Yeah.
I think Crimson would have been really good against PL plus Zoo plus
Wind Ranger.
Wind Ranger Eclipse plus Undying Zombies. I normally only really like Crimson for high ground defense and high ground offense, but I think it would have been really good here. It's like a... Maybe not like before the Atos, but after the Atos, just because Shivas is such an expensive item.
Yeah.
Oh, Wind Ranger dead.
No, she's fine. She got forced. They also started with the Atos and not the Pit Lord route. Because if you
Yeah.
start with the Atos and then Pit Lord route, you only get one
Yeah.
Pit Lord route, but you start the other way, you get both.
Yeah, I'm not sure if the rest of his team was body blocking the Clockwork, but if Clockwork was able to hook in there, that was a death.
I mean, yeah, that as well.
Worth saving Hookshot for next game. Please
It's-
respect his wishes.
I don't know, like the Shivas is good here, but I just feel like the Crimson,
Crimson. Yeah.
it just helps him fight so much better. Like, maybe even a Lotus Orb. Like, you Lotus Orb your Monkey every fight, it's really hard because they have a lot of single target disable on Radiant. Like,
Let's
Shackle
change
Shot.
that. They only have single targets outside of Dragon Slave.
Well,
Nope.
alright, PL's...
They only have one way of really doing damage AoE. Well, axes as well, but no one really cares axes.
PL's halfway to his Scotty, Orb of Destruction found. So that's a good Wind Ranger item if he chooses to go it.
Ceremonial Robe, that's pretty good for Beastmaster. Though he does have Cloak of Flames. also
Or
good.
Lena. I just throw it on Lena.
Yeah, Lena's alright.
Or-
Actually, it'd be good on Undying.
Yeah,
Undying's
just
very
throw it
good.
on Undying, just toggle the shovel. For some reason, Undying has Philosopher's Stone. He's not toggling. This is so sad. It's free GPM.
It's 70 GPM. Okay.
Yeah, they had to nerf it. It was too good. I mean, it's literally free GPM. Like, there's a reason they removed the GPM talents.
I'm amazed that item's still in the game. Bring back
Philosopher's
Iron
was upped from 60 to 70.
Oh, I thought it was 90 before.
No, it's
Yeah.
60.
Oh. I don't think
They
I've
had to buff
ever
it.
used that item. Alright.
Whatever.
But I feel like I got so much more gold than 70 and 60. And 60.
Alright, he used the Atos first again, and Monkey's roared. Monkey is...
Given.
Oh, he's living. Oh. And now he's not. Why did it... I mean,
Why did Lone Wolf not just
Yeah.
spin and kill the Beastmaster?
I don't know. But this is really rough. Because even when Monkey is up, he doesn't have his ult now. Because he ulted
Yeah.
right before he got Laguna. I don't know. This is where, like, holding the Shiva's money is also rough, too. Because, like, you have this 2,400 gold and you can't even buy the Mystic Staff. Like, Shiva's is really good here, but it's just so expensive.
It's also good for... Crimson Guard's also good for high ground defense against the...
Yeah, that's like one of the main reasons I advocate for it, because if you're a Pit Lord with Crimson, it's really hard to push against. Just because they get,
This
Oh,
Pit
that
Lord's
but-
dead again.
yeah, unless Lone Wolf can like,
No, Lone Wolf's...
Lone Wolf is
fine.
dead.
Yeah, this game's over now.
It's
Yep.
just,
Not pressing Pit before Atos is...
yeah, like the Crimson recipe is kind of expensive, but just the Vanguard part I think is just really good against these heroes.
Oh yeah.
So he just got forced in and he's dead again. It's a big hit, but
but it doesn't matter.
Just unfortunate.
Like, they just counter through. Like, they had the game, I think, in their hands. If
I mean, they had
just
a
kept
chance.
practicing
I
it-
don't think they were really ever favored at any point, but
I mean, the Juggernaut, I feel like, is a pretty okay matchup against PL. Not too bad.
I mean,
Yeah.
the issue is like whenever Jug just wastes Omni Slash though, and he just after that can't really do a lot if he doesn't have any more items.
That is very true.
Yeah, so I think the issue is Jug doesn't have any items, not the hero matchup.
Oh yeah,
Yeah,
but I mean,
think you need
it's
to
kind of a
just go
combination of
SY.
both.
Yeah.
Like, PO with 2 items is gonna do more than Jug with 2 items just because of how cooldown dependent Jug is.
I mean, the PL's, like, the biggest PL counter in this game is also Dying's struggling against the Phantom Lancer.
I mean, the biggest PL counter also lost lane to a Phantom Lancer, so
That's also true.
Roche. Oh, he brought the courier out of the Roche pit as soon as it spawned. You hate to see it.
And they brought it back. Oh no,
Nope, he didn't see it.
it zipped past.
And now PL
You'll
has
see it now.
3.5 items.
Beastmaster has a BKB. Very nice.
Yeah, because losing that fight, losing those racks, just puts them super far behind now. Like, Lone Wolf was only a couple thousand, now 5,000 behind, almost 6,000. So we have the last effort smoke from the Dire team. They have the Monkey BKB. I think he had to sell an item for that, but they use the Atos first yet again.
Oh my god.
They do get the pit off. They do get the Monkey BKB. With the Monkey ring, so
He's still got Raw.
Lone
There
Wolf
we go,
used
rolled it
Omni
on.
Slash on God knows what. He has the Mjolnir on. He has the
Oh.
Mjolnir, but not using it. They have double Mjolnir, not using either.
Passive Mjolnir.
They got the Tombstone. I
There we
probably
go,
don't
it's
want
over.
to see Mjolnir cast this game from the Dire.
I've seen one.
Oh, Monkey used it right before he died. Very nice.
I mean, Mjolnir is why the PL is so low there. He had to actually back off because he was hitting
I mean,
Monkey
he
and
used it
Jug.
like 1 second before he died, but no, PL got hit by like a lot of the actual lightning in the fight, not the Mjolnir lightning. Like, he got hit by Jug a lot, and he got hit by like the Monkey King directly. It wasn't the Mjolnir.
I think it was Jug's Mjolnir.
No, Jug didn't use Mjolnir in the fight.
It's the
didn't?
passive proc.
Yeah,
he
he-
didn't use active.
Yeah, it was
It was-
it's a lot of the passive.
Alright. I thought there was just like too much lightning for it to just be the active. But
No, I mean
guess
that's
with Blue-
30% for 2 heroes, so
Oh my god. Oh, he used hook shot.
it's crazy.
To be fair, Hook is really hard this game with zombies and PL.
Yeah, I mean
It
it's
is.
just it's a rough
But I feel
clockwork
like
game
you
in
can always
general.
target the Wind Ranger because the Wind Ranger's always like been out of position.
It's a rough clockwork game. Like, the only hero that you really are really good against is the Lena. Like, even the Wind Ranger, like, she has Wind Run and can just like
But
kill
she doesn't
your
have
cog
Force Staff, though,
immediately.
so she's like stuck in a rut if she like.
Yeah,
If you just like hook shot, battery assault.
but I mean they
Cloud
have
Pop,
3 Force Staffs, so
Yeah, she does. They do now.
unfortunately she didn't get any of those, but like used on her, but it happens.
So
Okay.
Jug sold his magic stick, but kept the
Branches, yeah.
branches.
You know why he sold his magic stick though? He wanted to create space for his Hyperstone,
Nice.
for his Mjolnir.
A look in the mind of Lone Wolf from resident Lone Wolf expert.
No, I literally watched him do it. So he walked up to here, sold his stick, and then bought the Hyperstone for his Mjolnir.
See, what does Dire have for tier 3? Oh, they just don't. Dire doesn't have any tier 3 items, by the way. They just don't have any tier 3 items. That's crazy.
I mean, that shows how much they've been like struggling.
Like, tier 3 items have been out for like 8 minutes.
And what have they done for 8 minutes? Losing fights.
Sit in their base and lose fights.
Exactly.
Okay, that's 1. That's 2. Paladin Sword, good on Monkey.
Also good on Jug.
I mean, Healing Ward is very bad this game.
It's more that I think you heal with ult.
But I mean, for Monkey King, like, if you get a Boundless Strike off with Jingu, like, you just get full health no matter what.
Yeah, like it's better on Monkey, I think, but it's also decent on Jug.
Yeah, like, if Monkey wasn't in the game, I think Jug just takes it, but there's a Monkey in the game, so... They're still the Quickening Charm, though. I feel like that's a Pit Lord item.
Yeah.
Like, I know
Pit
you
Lord
want
easier
the
against
Essence
the
Ring,
Phantom.
but... I mean, I guess it could be a clock item instead of the Pupil Gift.
Well, this should be the last hurrah.
A lot of
Actually,
CDR.
Pupils is awful on clock.
I mean, you get the mana, I guess, and you get like 2 armor, but
Which just gives PL more damage.
yeah. I mean, they're just...
Like, at least give it to, like, the Witch Doctor or something.
Okay, Lone Wolf is just casually just farm. Oh, he's doing it too.
They need a... I mean, he got the ult off, so it's not that bad. Oh, they got the... that's a little bit too far for a Monkey ult, but they're getting the Lina at least.
Okay, that's 2 heroes.
Almost just walking into the... Walking into the focus fire that's still active. Alright, they're buying back on pretty much everyone. The racks are down. They're going to get this Aegis at least.
Right, there's
Lone Wolf's just...
She's respawning. Come on, guys.
Lone Wolf is just hitting a PL illusion at his racks while his team's fighting. That's funny. Carry is the funniest position to watch, I think. Because, like,
Well, in low level or
Whoa.
just in general.
In general, because carry players do some funny stuff. Also, there was a Witch Doctor there.
So
Alright.
3 people brought back.
Okay.
The Jug has fallen further behind. The Jug has decided he no longer wants a butterfly and he needs a basher.
Nice. I mean, Monkey almost has his Ags. Okay, they got a leveler. It's I don't even know who gets the leveler though. Like the Wind Ranger. I think Orb of Destruction might just be better.
I
think
give it to the
takes
PL.
it.
I mean, Titan Sliver on PL though. Like that's
But all your illusions get the attack speed.
Yeah,
They don't get the base damage. From
That is
Titan
correct.
Sliver.
yeah, because they changed it, what, like 10 major patches ago that illusions get attack speed?
Yeah.
alright. Econ is a die, as 3 heroes are chasing a BKB Wind Ranger.
I mean, she was hitting the ranged racks.
If
True.
there was literally any cores there, that Wind Ranger is dead.
I mean,
True.
the Juggernaut was chasing, but, you know,
I mean,
He
think
decided to back for the
even
PL
if
instead.
Boundless Strike was off cooldown, she's dead. Just throw 1 Boundless Strike there.
and now the Jug's dead. Oh, he's dead. Look,
Well,
there's the necro unit.
They
Right,
they gave it a good fight. They won their 2nd game of the season.
they did. And it was pretty convincing, to be fair, that 2nd game.
I mean, I just didn't really like the Jug pickup here in game 3. Like, you pick it into Beastmaster, you pick it into Lina to where... I don't know, just wasn't a fan personally. I like the rest of their draft. Like the Clockwork, kind of like it's a weird pick into Undying, but...
Wait, let me ask the important question. Jug into Beast, the Lone Wolf?
I mean, I already said Juggernaut. It's a pretty terrible pick here.
The response is, eh. EH.
Oh, you
I
asked
think the Clockwork was a
him
bigger issue
directly.
that game. I think they needed a 4 that could hit Tomb, because they just basically had no one that could hit Tombstone.
I think they were hoping the Juggernaut and the Monkey King would do it, but they have bigger things, bigger fish to fry.
Yeah. Like if they had a Marana or something.
Yeah. Banana. I think I know it sounds crazy, but you could have gone Phoenix, and then you can just force them away from the fight. You know,
Yeah,
like you drop Tombstone, you got Monkey King out, and you got Phoenix Sick. You know, you either
The
fight with your Tombstone or you run away from the fight, and you don't fight us at all.
Phoenix is kind of rough into Lena though.
It is kind of rough into Lena, but Lena's gonna be standing still. You know, and you have to fight in the Monkey King out if you're gonna coordinate. If you coordinate properly,
I mean, let
like
me
if you
see
Monkey
what.
King ring, and then you got the egg.
Oh, I don't know what heroes he plays because I don't have the Dota buff pulled up for him, but yeah, just a weird clockwork pick, and then you just get PL'd, and it's like, well, we have the Pit Lord, but I mean, just a really rough clockwork game in general. Like he hit a couple hooks that were good towards the end, but just a little bit
I
rough.
just didn't I just didn't see him in the game.
I mean, it's just yeah, it is what it is. But congratulations to Pandemonium. Moving on to the lower bracket round 3, where they will face the Arrow Magnets. So, thank you to Hawks and Bear for coming on and casting this best of 3.
No worries, mate.
Yep, it was fun.
And that's it. See ya.
All right,
Yeah.
peace.